is actually funny.
What?
My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Jacob and I are going to break down the entire UFC 325 fight card, giving you our picks, our predictions, our bets, and our DraftKings Fantasy Plays. But before we do that, first of all, a little tipsy. Second of all, I crushed last week. I crushed last week, and I can't tell you the weight that has been lifted off of my shoulders. You have no idea the stress waiting 6 weeks, breaking down card after card after. I thank God it went that well. I literally hit every single bet I put on the board. Was it a ton of bets? No, but we had 3 of them canceled and lines adjusted. I'm not the only one that did incredibly well. The boys as a whole did well, including Bet Sam hit like his 10th slam of the week in a row. And brand new Kunith has been added to the mix to make Jacob look real stupid. Overall, the boys did incredibly well.
I can't believe this dude Atiba knocks this guy down with the first punch he thrown, and we don't hit the under 1.5. And then look at that fucking Gagey inside the distance.
Dude, that was close 10 times. Yeah, that was close 10 times.
What's that say?
You thought Patty was good, LOL. Yeah, but honestly, you're the coward. You're the coward because not making Justin Gage the lock of the week's top 10 bitch things you've ever done in your entire life.
He had a fucking spider nest growing out of the side of his neck. And it obviously that was the worst I've ever seen Justin Gagey. That's how
he
bad
looked like
Patty
shit.
is.
It is
slow.
funny.
It was like 3 minutes into the fight. It looked like he was gassed already. It's like, how bad is fucking Patty? I told you guys the guy can't fucking strike.
Patty almost
the guy
finished
can't
Justin
fucking
in the
wrestle.
third,
Everyone just thought he was going to take down Gagey and just fucking, and everyone's like, wow, what a terrible game plan. He can't wrestle. He can't wrestle. I had a perfect main card with my picks, and I'm real close right there to being up fucking huge with everybody else, but I'm glad. Hats off to everybody else. Kunith was actually stopped by on the stream Saturday. Donated $15.
Kunith a nice
got
dude.
Me this.
I like Kunith a lot. I've liked Kunith. Yeah, I got that suit.
Nice fucking suit here.
Look at that, huh? What
Angel
is that? A
dress code?
Is that a? And meanwhile, I'm wearing this is a one.
Well, you said it was. You said because of all the claims that we're getting on the Saturday streams, I need to clean up, be more professional.
Yeah, YouTube. Every time, the last 3 times Jacob has gone live on a Saturday, I get an email from YouTube saying we can't show this to people anymore. And it says because of sexual shit. Like, I don't know what happens on these streams, but the fact that it specifically says sexual is crazy.
Man. I mean, we just
very
go
demure.
With
That's very demure. Is funny.
Just kind of go with the flow. You know, whatever happens, happens. Sometimes you crawl in the bed with your friend and just see what's going on. How are feelings going? Are your feet
spider
cold?
Up the thigh.
Yeah, are your feet cold? Mine are getting a little chilly. What's going to happen next?
Either way. I turned on your stream. I was cracking up laughing in the beginning when you pretended to forget the Spanish number for 4. And then the rest of that day was
do that?
You were like UFC Dos Tres Cuatro. UFC Dos Tres Cuatro. You did it just like that. It was very
so
impressive.
Funny, dude. It's crazy.
Okay, settle down. Anyway, we crushed. A fantastic way to start the year. Not only were the fights solid and almost free, We Want Picks is also solid and almost free. 8.22 units of net profit. Kunith, brand new to the We Want Picks universe. He absolutely crushed that card as well. And we revealed Premium 4.0.
Why?
Dude, I've been...
This
is our third... yeah, I got a whole box in front of me. This is our second snow day in a row. Tomorrow's the third. They already called off school yesterday. I don't know if I'm leaving this house. I just live here now.
Went for
forever.
A walk today in the snow and ice with the dog just because I hadn't left the house since Thursday, I think. Or Thursday, I think. Maybe Friday. I can't. No.
Well, Friday was just rain.
Oh, I went to the gym early Friday. That was the last time I left the house. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of this house.
Dude, I walked to HEB because we, just where our neighborhood is. I fucking ate shit. I fell down. I tried to do a shortcut, and there's kind of a half a hill. So I was like, I'll walk on the side of the hill whomp, immediately. And I had the dog and I reached out instinctually to like grab the dog for like, help me.
You and
And she was
Hassan.
just like,
You and Hassan.
it was not great.
I've fallen.
But,
I'm very proud of this. I've literally fallen once in my life, and I can remember exactly when it was. It was at college campus. I was in the same situation, just a sheet of ice. I get out of my car, around the car, and it was like a fucking cartoon, like fucking just like flat on my back, right in front of all the hussies that were walking in and out of class. It was like real busy part of the campus and stuff like that. And I just thugged it out though. I did go like a, you know, like when you land straight like on your tailbone, like knocks it out. So I was like, yeah, how you doing, baby?
I almost ate it, and my hands were in my pockets. So thank God I didn't. I like somehow stayed up, and I was like, no,
the north and
I
walk
know,
around ice with your hands in your pocket, especially,
dude. No,
a
I know,
physique like yours.
Dude, I know all of these
You're
things.
like 3 years away from that shattering your hip, and now you're out 6 months.
No, you go to the hospital and then they fix the hip, but then while you're there, you get something else, and that's it. Like that's it.
What?
Went in for a broken hip.
Oh,
when
you get
old
sick,
people
whatever,
die
you
from
like
a when old people die from a broken hip, it's not the hip that killed them.
That's why
In the hospital
my
they caught some other shit while they were there.
My mom went in and got hip surgery and then got in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, dude. Anytime you go to the hospital, it's not. Then you need medicine to counteract the side effects of the other medicine.
I'll be honest. I went to the ER, and I mean, I'm such like at a high level. There was nothing wrong with me.
Yeah, nothing says high level like somebody who has 2 different panic attacks in 24 months and ends up in emergency services.
Well, the one is very understandable.
All right, too high for the first one. That is understandable.
That is everybody has called the cops on themselves. Type a 3 in the chat if you've called the cops on yourselves in a THC induced panic. Yeah, we've told the story before. If you're new here, first of all, like the stream because I don't know if you see that poll up there. Angelo said he'll give me $1 for every like that's on this video. So I appreciate Angelo for that. I appreciate you guys liking the stream. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I called the cops and told the dispatcher that my Uber Eats driver poisoned my McDonald's after a stream one night. And honestly, I think it's your guys' fault. You get me all hyped up with these streams and stuff. It literally was post-stream.
Dude, I don't think it was. Was it post stream?
Yeah,
because I woke up.
I was done with the stream. I'm all hyped up. These guys get me fucking all razzed up. Then I go to the living room. I take the dog out, get a little high. I'm walking the dog. Come back. I get a little high again. Then I haven't eaten and I've been drinking Monsters all night. So then I order food. McDonald's gets here. I pound the McDonald's and I fucking rip my pin one more time. I sit back on the couch and I thought there was fucking fentanyl in that McDonald's. There was fucking fentanyl in that McDonald's, and I'm about to die. I immediately texted Angelo. First thing I did was text Angelo and said I got poisoned because I thought I was gonna die any minute from a fentanyl overdose, and I thought everyone thought I was gonna be a fucking junkie. Like, wow, I didn't realize Jacob was like that. So I texted Angelo. I said I was poisoned, called 911, and said my Uber Eats driver put fentanyl in my McDonald's. I need EMTs stat. I was on the phone with her for fucking 10 minutes before she said, do you need medical attention? And this is my exact tones. Ask me if I need medical attention.
Do you need medical attention?
Yeah. I can't breathe. That's what I told her. Yeah, I can't breathe. I'm fucking dumb. This is fentanyl. How are they not on the way already?
Dude, the best part is I woke up that day. I wake up every day about 5. If I'm lucky, 6, whatever. About 5. That day I woke up at like 4:30 to these text messages. I woke up to these text messages. I've been poisoned. And I called you and you actually answered. And thank God you answered, because if you didn't answer, I was driving over there at 4:00 in the morning, banging on. I don't remember at the time your apartment.
I don't remember anything.
So I would have just been banging on random doors.
I remember trying to lay down and I was like shaking because I'm like still getting over like a full panic attack. And then I went and made myself throw up because I thought that was going to make me feel better. It made me feel worse. It was a fantastic night. It was a
wild straight of text to wake up to, but you know what else was wild?
Hey, Joe, suck my fucking cock, you pussy bitch. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of your aunt after I take her out on a date and she falls in love with me and says, give it to me, fucking Poppy. That's what's gonna happen tonight. You don't shut the fuck up, Bubba.
What did he say?
He said,
How does this conversation contribute to fight predictions? It's Joel, not Joe. It's objectively a nerdier name. Joe's a sweet name. Lots of cool Joes. I know
someone said
one
he'll do
cool
it too.
Joe.
Yeah, you know.
Listen, I woke up to those crazy text messages from Jacob, which was wild. But some of you woke up to Premium 4.0, which is even more wild. You only pay $10 an entire month. You have full access to the brand new data analyzer that inside of it has the tape index for those of you who like to do your own tape study. It also has the fight simulator on Premium 4.0 that simulates fights 100,000 times and gives you the individual outputs. I use this for DraftKings, Prize Picks, and Underdog. The Prize Picks and Underdog plays absolutely slapped, and they were 100% based off the outputs from the fight simulator. We have a brand new line movement tracker as well. This still gives you the opening odds, the current odds, win probability, and the line movement for every fighter and every card, but it also now gives you conditional logic. So it's going to highlight value in different shades of green to red. Green is the value's heading in your direction. Red is you kind of lost that value a little while ago. Check it all out right now. WeWantPicks.com. It's freaking $10, you cheap sons of bitches. Everybody who signed up last week was, I think, statistically speaking, might have been the most amount of signups we've ever had. Obviously, a lot of it are people that like waited for the break and then signed up, but the amount of people who signed up last week was astronomical, and I love it because last week was a phenomenal week. So everybody who signed up and paid $10 last week has way fucking more money this week than they did.
God,
then.
Man. I mean, this close to Christmas, we're still using the word
fucking.
Wow. Let me know.
What does that have to do with Christmas? What does that have to do with Christmas?
Let me know.
Here's the 4 fight cards. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 that you will get for $10. $2.50 for UFC 325, $2.50 for UFC Vegas 113, $2.50 for UFC Houston, $2.50 for UFC Mexico. Every pick, every bet, every tool. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. $10 freaking dollars. Say it again.
I'm not going to repeat myself. I refuse.
Something about in here. Oh, Kunitz in here. Is that what you said?
There you go.
There we go. I'm only promoting Kuno's promo code for him like one more time. After that, you're going to do it yourself because you are now officially siphoning all of it away from us.
Like the video so I can get $1.
Kunitz crushed last week. I crushed last week. Bet Sam crushed last week. Jacob crushed his live stream last week. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. All right, here we go. I'm half drunk and I'm forgetting the slides that I made. Not over under. What are the odds? The next slide is the actual fights versus some bullshit that I'm
Can I be plumb honest with you?
I'd rather you didn't.
Well, I think I am because I think it's important, especially kind of our relationship that we've built, 10 years now? And
it's been a while.
Still going. We'll see you in person on Friday and stuff. But I was going to say, honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Jacob and I, Friday, I thought I actually had a slide here for Friday. Friday, we're going to fights in Frisco, Texas. Peak Fighting Championship. I'll be there. Jacob will be there. You should be there. Come say hi to your boys and hang out. It's Friday, so we're not competing with any UFC. Couple of Super Chatterinos. Turbo 61203, $1.99. You can't be from Connecticut and wear that BS. Listen, I live here now. Connecticut, as we all know, is divided in 2 different pieces. There's the New York half and the Massachusetts half. I was raised by immigrants, so the halves don't matter to me. I didn't grow up with any sort of football allegiance. And then I move here, and some of our very best friends here in Texas work for the Cowboys. So, yes, we're going to support the boys. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. $4.99 from Wade's Delac. 83.91. Great bets, guys. And Angelo, you were reminded that CTE is real when Josh said Atiba Gutierrez lost this past weekend. Yeah, dude. You want to hear a horrible take from somebody?
I saw that fucking tweet or whatever it was.
He literally was like, I thought the other dude won. It's like, man.
He got knocked down in 2 rounds.
I was like, he almost finished him constantly.
He obviously didn't win the first. He got knocked down the second. So how do you win the fight, Josh? How do you win the fight?
You don't got to tell me. It was on his show. I was on his show when he said it. And I was like, what? No.
How do you
Absolutely
score
not.
a fight? The guy got knocked down and almost finished in the first, knocked down in the second.
Of all the fights on the card, that was the clearest decision. There was only 4 decisions, I think. And that was the clearest one. So, yeah, thank you for the super chat. $2 from Ethan Hersey. Is that an actual? What you really?
I was at Costco, yesterday, I think. Trudged through the snow and really thought I'd be rewarded with my efforts, and the fucking hot dogs and pizza was not open.
What?
Yeah, nothing.
The barbecue wasn't open at HEB, so I guess a lot of those places didn't do that shit. That's kind of fucked, huh? Damn. So that doesn't answer the question, though. Do you eat the hot dogs for the shape or the flavor?
I'm not a homosexual.
That doesn't explain why you eat them.
Fart?
No, the beer can slid across the table.
I bet.
Yeah, I did it again. See, I can do it. There it is. $4.99 from Tittlefits. Seeing the bets on the phone app is worse now. Okay, Tittlefits, keep your money. Love you guys. Just giving the heads up. Never had to scroll left or right before to see the bets and odds. We did a complete makeover. We've added conditional logic, and on the bets screen, Tittlefits, the number one request, Tittlefits, was the date a bet was placed. Tittlefits. And ask me what happens when you add a vertical column to something. Tittlefits. It gets wider. Tittlefits.
It's actually Tittlefits.
Oh, Tittlefits. We added the number one requested feature, so it did punch it out to the side a little bit. Thank you for not only being a premium member, for the super chat. And Imran DP4BG, $9.99. Watching UFC pay-per-view is now cheaper than We Want Picks. Great start to the year, boys. Let's make the best one yet. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. You won't get as many commercials. I promise that. It's going to be a hard promise.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's going to be a hard promise to keep.
I don't think that's true. I think we were the originators. I think one of the fucking people on the board of Paramount was like, wow, look at this guy. He gets away with it, huh? He's put fucking, this guy's 10 commercials every 10 minutes.
If anyone could do it, we could do it. Thank you all. Let's dive right in. And before we jump into this fight, the first 4 fights we're about to break down are not UFC fights. Okay? I'm saying that very clearly, and I'm enunciating my words because a lot of you are going to bet like crazy on these 4 fights. They are not UFC fights. They're not. These are the finale to the road to the UFC, meaning none of these fighters actually have a UFC contract. They will be fighting on the UFC 325 fight card, but they don't have a UFC contract. They are fighting for that contract, meaning these are regional fights loaded with regional what? We've known each other for 10 years, and I know you know what I want you to say, so don't be too cool to say it. These are regional what?
I'm trying to be professional here, and I'm looking at my
Asians.
mic volume and just making sure it's good. Hopefully this is a little bit better for the people, maybe.
We got regional Asians.
Regional Asians. We love our regional Asians. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We've been waiting a long time for Asia versus Asia. Who's the king of Asia? Is New Zealand part of Asia? We don't know. Is Australia part of Asia? They're over there. I don't know. We might buy them. We might buy them. Greenland, we might call it Aussie land, and it'll be American. It'll be owned by the Americans. But Asia's what we love, except for that little rocket man in Little Korea. We call it Little, not North. It's Little Korea.
Ironically, regional Asians, except for Aaron Tao. He is a New Zealander. We have Aaron Tao taking on Namsrai Batbayar in the finale of the 125-pound road to the UFC tournament. Aaron Tao, 11-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5 on a 3-fight win streak, taking on Namsrai Batbayar, 9-1 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. All of these fights actually should be pretty fun, but we'll break down the skill sets and go from there. Namsrai Batbayar, he's a fast, aggressive guy. He comes forward. He bombs from the hips. He'll snatch things up as soon as there's an opportunity. He is mostly a grappler, though, but there is some random power in his hands because he's throwing from his freaking hips. He's just bombing away. What is impressive, though, is his speed. He's insanely fast, both in the striking and the grappling. If he has an opening at all, he's instantly snatching things up, climbing your back, and working towards a submission. Taking on Aaron Tao. This guy is a bit of a psychopath, but that should not be a surprise to you because you have eyes. You're looking at this graphic. And anybody...
It's Angelo, can we not be fight one? We're going to disparage race and culture.
Anybody who gets a beard tattoo that then covers their nose and their cheeks, lives in sort of a different world than you do.
Actually,
the reality is
live on planet Earth, Angelo.
We are all
and
one.
I wish that we would recognize that more. We're all here. Let's just get together. Just be friends, right?
He fights like he looks. He is a bit of an absolute animal in a good way. He only moves forward. He swings crazy. He's happy to trade strike for strike. Solid fighter, no regard for his own safety, and he will work in his own takedowns, but don't let that trick you into thinking he is a grappler. What I love about this, I saw Aaron Tao. I saw the picture. You all saw the picture. And I immediately said, this guy looks like what Keiichiro France thinks he is. This is what Keiichiro France thinks he looks like. So when he does the bah and the tongue out and pulling his hair, he thinks he looks like this. Instead, he looks like Tweety Bird, and this would make a lot more sense. The reality is Aaron Tao is solid. He can definitely get some wins in the UFC just based off sheer will, determination, and pressure, but he's too damn hittable. He's not powerful enough on the other side to engage in the type of fight that he wants to engage in. Namsrai is going to be the pick here. I think he's faster, somehow more powerful, and I think it's just literally because he's bombing from the hips, and he's definitely the better grappler. So when Aaron runs forward blindly trying to engage, I think Namsrai is just going to duck, get a takedown, and run away with this. Namsrai's the pick. I'm taking a piss. Jacob, what do you think?
That's good timing on that. I think that you meant to type that in the... Oh, boy. So I guess because he's going to the bathroom now, he meant to type that in our private chat and put it in the group chat. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you're not watching the chat or whatever, Angelo, right before he got up because he had to pee, I guess he was trying to write it to me, but he wrote to the group chat. He said, I have hemorrhoids. So I'm not sure how that affects what's going on with him, but we're going to keep Angelo in our prayers, and we're going to keep Aaron Tao's brain in our prayers, ladies and gentlemen, because this guy gets fucking hit. Tough son of a bitch. Nobody will ever question the toughness of Aaron Tao. When you look at him, he feels like he should be like the fake tough guy, right? We watch the Contender Series and we watch these guys show up with the tattoos and the neck tattoos and the teardrops, and we're like, oh my God, fake tough. And we bet against him and we make a lot of money. In this fight, Aaron Tao is as tough as he looks, if not even tougher. I think he fights like a little bit of a better version of like a Michael Chandler. Just kind of hands down at times. You want to hit me? Fucking hit me. I'm going to hit you in the mouth. Underrated jab. And I think that's going to be important for him in this fight. He can defend takedowns. He's probably honestly one of the best defensive wrestlers in like the city kickboxing team. I think it's just because he's so short and stout, it kind of works for him. He can kind of out-muscle positions. What I worry about in this fight for an Aaron Tao is sometimes, especially as the fight goes on, when you wrestle him, he will try to counter wrestle. He will not just defend. He will jump on your leg. Do not want to do that against Batbayar. This guy, to me, Angelo, see if you agree or disagree with this reference. It's a free country. You can do as you please. My grandfathers fought for this country. I helped train the troops. We love our troops, Angelo. When I watch Batbayar on top of people, the way he kind of floats in the grappling, and this is a tough name to say, it kind of looks like an Isaac Bulgarian. You know how people just kind of stand and like Isaac will just kind of float on top of people and let you do what you're going to do and then keep securing positions. This guy's top pressure is very, very strong. And what I worry about is Aaron Tao, once the Batbayar shots come, which got some pretty decent takedowns, but Aaron Tao needs to defend, get back to space, keep the pressure on this kid, and wear him down with the striking and the jab. I think he's going to counter wrestle, and if he starts counter wrestling and scrambling with this kid, I think he's going to find himself in some trouble. Both these guys are tough. Aaron Tao has proven time and time again that he's a tough guy, but he's very hittable. He counter wrestles at times, and I think these guys are so kind of aggressive in their own right. Batbayar on the ground and Aaron Tao on the feet. I think there's a finish on either side, and honestly, I think it's going to be Batbayar in a scramble, finding a submission, because a lot of times Aaron Tao, those guys you can't knock out. I mean, you can't knock out an Aaron Tao. Like, he's going to fucking keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. And then you think he's done, and then you're like, oh my God, he's still coming. And it's like, oh my God, how long do I have to lay here? Batbayar's the pick. I think he gets done by sub.
Yeah, I mean, I had to break down all these fights with no odds whatsoever. And I actually enjoy doing that. Last week at UFC 324, I had a spectacular showing. I had almost no odds for that card when I broke it down the first time over a month ago. And I did the same here. And when I broke it down, I picked Batbayar, but I didn't know what we were going to get because this dude looks like this, and he's the local guy. So I didn't know what we were going to get, and I was pleased to see, like, all right, most people severely agree with this, at least with the opening odds, and it's tightened a bit. I agree with you.
I think the opening odds make sense. I think there's some...
they make more sense. There's the reason, the local
like,
bias.
A lot of Aussies are going to watch this card, and they're all putting money on their boy type of thing. He's more tough than he is good, and he is extremely tough, but...
100%. That's exactly what's happening here. You're getting a little bit of local bias. He's insanely tough. He could definitely break some people, but there are skill gaps. And when he moves forward, just bombing randomly, he'll get taken down. That's going to be kind of a problem for him. We have $7,900 on DraftKings Fantasy to $8,300. If you think Batbayar is able to get some takedowns, find a submission, he's worth that money. If you think Tao gets it done, obviously he's worth his money. Jacob and I are on the Tao side, but if you need other inputs, you have me, Jacob. You have the artificial intelligence. You have the brand new Kunith, Bet Sam, and Artem, all giving you our picks, insight, predictions, and bets. Just go to WeWantPicks.com, click become a member at the top. Greatest value this space has ever seen. Couple of super chatterinos. $4.99 from the next Lennon 8411. Thoughts on Paddy losing, possibly due to the UFC telling Paddy not to wrestle. Didn't happen. Also, the amount of times I forgot I was premium because it's so cheap. My man, it doesn't even, you don't even see it leave the bank account. It's fucking $10. Lennon, I appreciate you for a million reasons. I disagree with that first take. Was it last year? I'm going to take this off the screen so we can see Jacob. Was it last year or the year before that it was very obvious and some fighters came out and said the UFC told him not to wrestle or be boring? I think it was 2 years ago.
Paddy was never going to take...
His takedowns suck. When he actually tried, they were awful. Yeah.
Horrible. I don't know why people thought that he was just gonna, like, that's not what he does. It's not what he's not a good wrestler at all.
I thought I picked Paddy to win, and wrestling wasn't how I thought he was gonna win.
Threw like a high kick and got caught a couple, and then got like rinse repeat. He was on the ground for 40 seconds. It's like, what are we doing, people? And
Fiziev is such a phenomenal striker. It does open up the takedowns. But listen, I thought Paddy was gonna win, but I didn't think he was gonna win by takedown. I thought he was just
going to win.
The way he almost finished the fight. I thought he was going to win the way he almost won in the third round.
When did he almost win the fight? What fight were you watching?
Dude, rewatch that third round. Paddy has Justin in a lot of trouble.
Here. Oh,
and the reason it's not insanely obvious is because Justin's an absolute gamer. He just slugged his way out of trouble.
Only you knew.
And the end of the second round was Paddy getting thumbed in the eye, which...
It was a punch.
It was a punch. Do you want to see the GIF?
Yeah, it wasn't even his thumb got caught. It's not his fault.
Only the thumb went in the eye.
And it went like this, and it grazed like this, and then it caught on his eyelid. Yes, he punches him. It's a punch. He doesn't have his thumb out like this hitting him. It's a punch that happened to go into his eye.
I'm texting it to you right now. No,
I understand. I've seen the picture, but it was a punch.
I have the GIF. Fuck the picture. Here's the GIF.
It's a punch. It's a close hand punch.
It's the GIF. I am half drunk. I am sticking up for myself today. You're not going to bully me today. Apparently, Josh texted me that Rose is like getting surgery like in 2 days with her eye
tomorrow. She's got to put. I've never heard of this. Ariel says she's got to get a tube put in her eye, and she can't sneeze or cough for 3 months.
How the fuck do you prevent sneezing?
3 months.
Here,
I've seen it. It's a punch. It's a jab. It's called a jab. And the thumb got caught in it.
His face. Only the thumb hits.
I understand, but he threw the punch, and then his thumb just got caught in the eye. It's a punch. It's a punch.
Well, I don't know. I watched it, and when we watched it live, we're like, dude. But a lot of people do feel like it was a punch. It is what it is.
Dude. Oh my God! Somebody
Stop it.
Oh,
The body. That walkout is phenomenal.
Cool guy.
$2 super chat. Thomas Rinker. Dana said Patty had a crap game plan. That's because Dana just thought Patty could take down Justin. Like, I actually don't think Patty's game plan was bad because I thought
there is no game plan. It's just get hit and hope you can knock the other person out and maybe find a weird scramble. Patty doesn't have a game plan. The guy can't strike. He can't wrestle. He relies on either you to initiate the grappling or you get too aggressive and he can knock you out before you knock him out. Because he is a tough son of a bitch. I mean, that was
when he said we don't get knocked out, that was the truest shit anybody's ever said. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, but once he loses it, he's done. His career's over. I mean, his whole career is just getting the fuck beat out of him.
Well, and I said the last time we saw, that was a beating. It was a fucking beating. The last time we saw Justin Gaethje do that was Tony Ferguson, who's never been the same again. I don't think that's going to be Patty. Patty's too young, too early in his career, but it's like, oh boy, not great company to be in.
It's crazy that Tony had that fight won second round. That was the craziest trajectory. Out, right?
Time ran out.
Just rips him with an uppercut, and Gaethje's like, then the round ends. That just literally like the timeline split right there between. Because if he wins that fight, it's like, holy fuck, dude.
Well, at that point, he was like a 12-fight win streak.
Yeah.
A great
he's going to knock out Justin Gaethje in the second round. Yeah. Like, it would have been like, where the fuck is Khabib? Give him Khabib, hurry.
Well, he's supposed to fight Khabib, and then he tripped over the stupid cable in the parking lot.
You don't say.
Okay. Next up at UFC 325, we have the second road to the UFC finale. The 135-pound championship determined between Sulangrangbo taking on Lawrence Liu. Sulangrangbo, 10-3 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. Nice little 9-fight win streak taking on
this
Lawrence
guy.
Liu.
It says he's from Australia, but he looks Asian to me. I don't know.
Larry Liu from Australia, 7-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He's on a quattro fight win streak. Sulangrangbo, which on some sports books has an entirely different name. Not the same name with a space in it, has an entirely different name. I don't know where the hell that's coming from, but I promise you it's him. This guy's a fluid striker. He's got that traditional martial arts technique. He manages range that way. No problem with that low hands karate style. He'll bounce in range. And this is going to sound outrageous, but he's got that like Max Holloway volume. He'll bounce in range. It's just like flow state boxing. He's not bombing, not big hooks. It's just flow state boxing when he's got you against the cage in range. He's got a really fast sprawl, a mean uppercut, crazy young. This dude's only 20 years old, but he looks pretty comfortable in the cage. Taking on Larry Liu, a gritty grappler. This guy can take a beating. His whole career is get the shit
Is Larry short for Lawrence?
Yeah, what else would it be?
I just thought Larry was a name. I didn't know.
No,
every Lawrence is just a Lawrence.
No, Lawrence Taylor's Larry. No, every Larry. No, see, that's saying
everyone is just a Lawrence.
That's like saying is Jake short for Jacob because every Jacob's a Jacob. No, it's short for Jacob. You dumbass.
I don't know if that's true.
Larry is short for Lawrence, and everybody knows that. To not know that is crazy.
Can somebody verify in the chat?
What is an outrageous nickname?
What would you say that is Sulangrangbo short for something?
Sulangrangbo. This is a Jewish man. What's a crazy nickname is Jack is short for John. That makes no sense. Jack is not a name.
Is short for Jonathan.
Correct. Jack is not its own name. Jack is a nickname for a John.
How about Dick?
For Richard, that is kind of an odd. Someone just said that one day, and then it just turned into a thing. Anyway,
Larry's short for Clarence, and Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
Okay, all right. Larry is tough as shit. This guy takes
him sleep on my side of the bed, Larry.
Great reference.
Like the video.
If you get that reference, like it twice. This dude's gritty. He is a grappler. He will take an insane beating. He's got the most upright stance you're going to find, but he does use that front hand. That jab hand is just out. He'll do lead uppercuts. He'll throw tons of jabs. He's just always doing something with that lead hand. He does have a little bit of power, and you can see that on the regional scene, but his asset is just the ability to not get finished and just move forward at all costs. And I get that Larry is an impossible guy to finish. He's not somebody you can finish. This guy is ridiculously hittable. He's insanely stiff. He just stands tall as hell and walks forward. So as long as Sulangrangbo doesn't get frustrated that he's hit this man as hard as he can and he's still standing, he wins his fight. He's the better fighter. He's the better fighter everywhere, literally everywhere. So he's going to be the pick. Again, I broke this down. I picked it long before we had odds here, and to see minus 260 favorite makes a lot of sense. To see that Sulangrangbo open at a plus 165 dog made no sense whatsoever. I wish I saw that line. I don't recommend betting on regional MMA fights, but Sulangrangbo is the favorite. What do you think, or is the pick? What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, his odds are flying. He's minus 270 right now as I look at him in front of you and God and everybody. And, I kind of get it. Lawrence Liu in that fight, 2 fights ago, whatever, kind of got the shit beat out of him. I mean, he was getting dropped left and right, was getting, excuse me. I mean, you had your fucking time, okay? I didn't say a word.
You said so many fucking words, dude. Like too many words.
Well, you just said more words. Tell me think about that, okay? Definitely a tough dude, but definitely can get hit. He is a little bit stiff in the striking. In my opinion, in this fight, he likes to bring pressure, but it's not like cutting off the cage. He like chases too hard. And Sulangrangbo is a guy that is a fucking really, really good striker. I think in one of his fights, they described him as it looks like he's skating out there. Like just kind of floating in and out, just fucking nice and fucking long. And I was about to fucking, all right, enough about that.
You're about to get gay with that. But I said he was kind of like Max Holloway, and you looked at me like I was fucking dumb.
Max Holloway just stands in front of you. This guy's in and out. He's more like Connor than like a Max Holloway. Like Connor, Prime God. Connor was like fucking Max isn't.
This guy is a cocaine
Max
addiction?
just stands in front of you and fucking that Calvin Kattar fight where he's like, I'm the best boxer in the UFC history. He got hit 300 fucking times or something like Calvin Kattar. It's like, what have we done? Max just out-chinned everybody. He was basically just a better patty. I love Max, but he got hit a lot. This guy is in and out, doesn't get hit a lot because of the footwork. And in this fight, he should have a major striking advantage. Now, he's just a boy. I mean, this guy is just a boy. And he's not even in the UFC yet, and he doesn't really have his man muscles yet, right? You don't really develop those until you're 25.
So it ended up getting gay.
Old. No, I'm giving you God's honest truth.
All roads.
This guy is just a boy. And if this Lawrence Liu guy comes in and gets physical with them and start pushing him against the fence and maybe gets a takedown or two, this fight could really start wearing down on the young adolescent child we have in front of us here today at the bantamweight 5'9" position. But I think the striking is going to be enough. The footwork will be nice. Lawrence Liu is going to start getting over aggressive, start chasing, and you might see a little Sean O'Malley kind of step back. Pop, pop. I played it by KO. I got those odds better than what they are right now. The second I saw, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here we are. Premium, $10 a month. I played him by KO. I think he gets it done by KO.
Sulangrangbo?
Yep.
All right. Listen. Good for you. I wish I saw the opening odds. By the time I saw the odds,
that would have been an easy lock of the week, yeah.
I mean, plus 165 is nuts. Larry, his entire career is just getting the absolute shit kicked out of him, but he's tough, so he just continues to move forward. This will be a fun fight. Jacob bet on it. If you want to take a look at his bet and all the other bets, WeWantPicks.com. Click becoming a member at the top. It's freaking $10. The boys have been crushing it. 2026 has been a spectacular year so far. $9,000 in DraftKings Fantasy. If you think he finds that finish, then he's absolutely worth that money. Next up, at UFC 325, we have Keiichiro Nakamura taking on Sebastian Szalay. Keiichiro Nakamura, 7-1 in his career, 5-0.
Whoa!
What's the problem?
What the hell was that?
Just pronouncing the names the way they're meant to be pronounced.
Yeah,
and Nakamura. That's how you pronounce that.
Oh my god,
Nakamura. Keiichiro Nakamura, 7-1 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. A 7-fight win streak, taking on Sebastian Salazar, 5-0 in his last 5 on a 9-fight win streak. Sebastian, powerful strikers.
Second Z come in on that Salazar that you just said.
That's not like your mouth can't make that sound naturally.
Szalay?
Nah, that's not right. This guy's a powerful striker, solid takedown defense. What he does lack in speed, though, because he's not very fast, he makes up for in defense. He's got very good striking defense, pretty good power. He's a bit low volume. He's a little hesitant, but that is a byproduct of not wanting to be hit. He does not take a lot of risks. He'll let you pressure forward, and then he'll counter with a 1-4 combo. Jacob, go to the other camera. Show me a 1-4. Let me see a 1-4.
I'm not going to dance for you when you tell me to dance.
For the people, show a 1-4. Do you know a 1-4?
Yeah.
What's a 1? What's a 1?
It's a
Do
jab.
you know the numbers? What's a 2?
It's a right cross.
What's a 3?
A left hook.
What's a 4?
A right hook.
So show a 1-4.
I'm not going to. I'm not your little.
And it's not always left.
You
right.
already got me in a suit. You got me begging for likes in the poll. I'm on my Saturday stream praying to God that people become YouTube members, because if I don't hit a certain goal, Angelo start docking my pay. He says, yeah, you get viewers, but do they really support us? And I'm like, Angelo, they support us. They're here. There's like almost 2,000 of them that show up every Saturday. He said, I need to see numbers behind the numbers. So now he said, if we don't get YouTube members, we got 75 right now. By the way, we got like 40 of them on Saturday. So thank you everyone that was gifting memberships and becoming a member on Saturday. And we're getting closer to our goal, but I'm already doing enough. I'm not going to dance when you tell me to dance.
I thought it was a great way for you to show the people you knew what the fuck you were talking about. I guess not. The guy throws a nice 1-4 combination, but because he switches stances, the 1 is not always a left. The 4 is not always a right. And you don't know where it's going to come from. He's powerful, plenty of cardio, good composure. Taking on Keiichiro Nakamura. This guy's a southpaw striker. He's going to stand toe-to-toe. He literally will just spam power shots. He's fast, but the power isn't actually there. He's spamming power shots, but he's not knocking people out one shot at a time. He works in pressure, and he's got that mindset that the best defense is an overwhelming offense. He hasn't fought the highest level of competition. So, yes, you are going to see finishes on his record, but those finishes, I don't know if they're a reflection of him or his opponents. I was surprised to see at this point in time, everybody loved Salazar. If you look at the Tapology voting, it was crazy how many people picked that dude. Now the odds are a little closer. I'm going to pick him. I was just shocked that the world was overwhelmingly on his side, because Nakamura charges forward. He throws crazy. He overwhelms his opponents. Nakamura is going to be the faster guy. This one's a little dicey for me. I'm going to stay out of it. I'm going to go with Salazar here.
What is it? Are you stroking out? What the hell is going on?
Because, like, in my head, I want to pick Nakamura. I just can't muster up the nuts to do it. So I'm going to stick on the original side, which is Salazar. But this is, I mean, we just got raw aggression here. So we'll see what happens. What do you think, Jacoby?
I like Nakamura. I like him a lot in this fight. I bet on him. He gets hit probably a little bit too much than I would like, but he's shown some pretty good toughness when he does. He's going to have the finish upside. He's going to have the pressure. He's going to have the volume upside. I think that last fight he threw like 250 strikes or something like that. Never really, I mean, I think he almost finished the guy in the second round and then came out and still threw like 50 or 60 strikes in that third round. So I know he's good for the volume. In a striking match like this, which it should be pretty much mostly striking, Sebastian's kind of a karate guy, kind of more darty in and out. Not a super dangerous guy, but he's probably the more technical striker of the two. But I just don't think the volume's going to be it. I think the finishing upside is on Nakamura, and the volume upside is on Nakamura. So he's going to be scoring more. So unless he gets hurt or something, which Salazar is not really a guy that really does that, and I trust Nakamura that knows his angles a little bit better every time he fights. I just don't think Sebastian's going to win this fight. I love those regional Asians.
Yeah, listen, I agree. Nakamura has the aggression. He's going to move forward. Salazar is the better defensive striker. So one of those is going to win out. And I do think
that jerks off to his own asshole in the mirror.
You know who does jerk off to his own asshole in the mirror? And this is like almost confirmed. That fucking dweeb that tracks
Richard
picks.
Gere.
The dweeb that tracks picks and says I picked Figgy.
Why are you so pressed about that?
I have never been more clear about a fight pick in my life. I was like, these odds aren't wide enough. Minus 1,500 is the steal of the century.
Kind of looked like shit. So
I agree, he
right.
did. I wasn't half right. I wasn't half right. Umar didn't look like the odds, but I have never been more sure in my entire life. And it's like, I'm the only person on an island. Where's the credit for the Alex Perez pick? How about that? How about that? Give me that, you fucking clown shoes.
Hey,
I picked that asshole weeks ago. I know. Did you see the vlog where I was like, oh, I don't want to celebrate because I really like Charles Johnson, but I also like being right.
My bet was on fight to not go the distance. And then on we doubled down on stream of the under 2.5. But then when it happened, I'm like, I'm not playing the music, guys. I'm like, I know we just won money. I know we just won money, but I can't do that. Like, I can't fucking do that.
I get it.
I can't fucking do that.
No, listen, I get it. I literally celebrated like I was picking up Chinese food in the middle of a blizzard. And as I'm picking up the Chinese food, I saw Alex win. I was like, oh, and I was like instantly like, yes. And then I was like, oh God, no, I like Charles a lot. Like, I don't want to celebrate. But a lot of people call me stupid for that pick. You and I are split here. If the people need a tiebreaker, WeWantPicks.com. We have an artificial intelligence. We have Kunith. We have Artem. We'll see what happens here. I got a text from Bo, big ass Bo, this morning, and said, for all these regional Asian road to the UFC fight cards, who's the most accurate of you guys on We Want Picks? I was like, I have to assume Artem. Right? He's breaking down these regional cards. He's got a little bit of Rain Man in him. We call him the regional Rain Man. He's on that side of the world. I have to assume Artem. So go to the website, check out Artem's picks, WeWantPicks.com, click become a member at the top. Next up, at UFC 325, we have the very last road to the UFC fight to break down, and then we get real big boy fights. We have Sangook Kim taking on Namsrai. Sangook Kim, 13-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5 on a 4
Are you not going to
fight.
salute the troops?
Who's the troop?
Excuse me?
Which one of these guys is the troop?
You're going to disrespect the frogman like that? Excuse me?
Does he fight for the American army? Are we saluting other countries' troops? That's fucking wild, dude.
That's an ally. That's an ally.
They'll fucking hang you from a tree in the south for some shit like that. They will hang you from a tree in the south. That's a big ally. Then how come
South Korea? Because they gave us access. In fact, I saw Little Rocket Man thanks to the help of South Korea. The Big Korea, we call it the Big Korea.
If they're such allies, why is my Samsung refrigerator already not making ice? I had to buy a nugget ice maker because the fridge is broken. I'm not spending $3,000 on a fucking fridge. What an ally. Sangook Kim, 4-1 in his last 5. He's on a 4-fight win streak. He's physically solid guy. He's going to plant his feet. He's going to throw his hands. He's going to wrestle. He doesn't really do anything fast or clean, but he's a brute. He's just a physical brute. He's strong. He's tough. The game plan is obvious. He has some success executing it because of the ridiculous toughness and the willingness to shoot, reshoot, and stick with it. Nothing he does is noteworthy. He does have the intangibles, though. The toughness, the grit, the determination. He's taking on Namsrai.
What do you think he learned that?
You saluting another country's army they'll hang you from a tree in the south. That's some crazy shit to do.
Troops select allied troops, salute them all the time. If you're going to meet up with the Great British troop in the Revolutionary War, you give them a little hey yo.
Do you know what the Revolutionary War was about? They were our enemy.
We were fighting the Indians.
You fucking moron. You're thinking of Thanksgiving.
You're always thinking of Thanksgiving, you fat bitch. Don't fucking make fun of me.
Namsrai is a kickboxer with a traditional kickboxing stance. He's light in his toes. He bounces in and out of range. He enters the pocket and he engages, and then he leaves with those leg kicks. He does a really nice job alternating between the boxing and the kickboxing. Does a nice job working the legs, working the body, and then eventually up to the head. I'm not going to call him a wrestler, but he does have some really nice entries and some clean takedowns. He's comfortable on the feet. most don't expect a takedown coming from him because he is comfortable on the feet. I am going to go ahead and pick Namsrai here. I think he's just the better striker. I think he's faster. I think he's more athletic. I think he's overall the better fighter. But with that being said, Kim is just an old school tough guy. And I'm going to say he has old man strength. He's only 32 years old, so he's not an old man. But he's got that old man strength and mentality. And sometimes that is just enough to move forward and drag somebody to the ground. And if Fan finds himself getting dragged to the ground, it's going to be a very uncomfortable position to be in, and he might not be able to pull himself out. And this is my last reminder before we move to the real fights. These are not UFC fights. Neither one of these two gentlemen are in the UFC. They don't have a contract with the UFC. They are not UFC fighters. They just happen to be on this card because of where it is in the world and the timing. Jacob, are you listening? Are you back? Did you leave? What the hell is going on here? There we go. Ginger Barney, what do you think?
Who'd you pick and why?
I picked, who did I pick? Let me go back. I picked Namsrai, but I did say that Kim has some old man strength and tendencies and could potentially sneak this out.
Oh, you're picking against one of our greatest allies. And I hate seeing that, Angelo. This guy, Sangook Kim, was what essentially is the Korean Navy SEAL. This guy was a frogman. This guy was a Korean fucking Navy SEAL. Darman Fron. The hell's his name?
It's
Street Buddha. Name. It's a great nickname. And I know people love the Street Buddha and what he does. This guy was taken down 4 times and back taken in his last fight versus an okay grappler. Now, he keeps his cool, nice, calm, collected, and he was able to wiggle out of those positions. Even when the guy had the back, he never threw in the body triangle, so he was able to, duck. You know how you do it, Inch. Like, duck the shoulder, and you fucking spin it right through that guard, and now you're on top. Namsrai was able to do that every single time he was taken down. But against a guy, a frogman, this guy was in the water for at least a minute or two holding his breath. That's pretty impressive. Sangook Kim, really good grappler. The more aggressive grappler, and I think the better control grappler in this fight. He loves going for the front chokes, the Torrez just throwing the anacondas in and stuff like that. And as long as he doesn't get too over aggressive and get his back taken by Farmandran, I think he's going to win this fight. Not only do I think he wins this fight on the ground, winning the scrambles. If he gets a takedown, I think he can have the control and is going to be much more dangerous with the submissions. But if he keeps us on the feet and just says, you know what, I'm just going to defend takedowns, I think he's the better striker. Namsrai doesn't really have too much striking. It's more like just striking to get to the wrestling. He wants to be on the ground. Sangook Kim, this frogman, he's comfortable. He's comfortable in the striking. He will push forward with the striking. And what you have to know, the best example of his frogman toughness is in his I think it was his last fight. End of the second round, end of the third round, something like that. He gets fucking blasted in the body. Like one of those, ooh, like immediately he's like, oh God. The guy follows it up with bam, bam, bam. Like he's walking back just like, oh fuck, just getting the absolute piss fuck beat out of his goddamn liver that's already shut down. And this motherfucker, the frogman, toughed that shit out. That was, because they always say you can kind of tough out, being your head wobble and stuff, but it's very hard to tough out a body shot like that. He got fucking cracked, toughed that shit out. I think he wins the scrambles. If it stays on the feet, which I don't think it's going to, I believe that he is going to win on the feet as well. I do think that there's going to be a finish either way. Both these guys are so, I think, opportunistic with the grappling. Somebody is going to be clearly better. I hope it's Kim, but I played this a couple different ways. Premium members know what that is, and I feel pretty good about it. But I'm going to say with Kim, and I fucking love him this week. Better grappler, better striker. Give me the dog there.
He's definitely a good fighter, and I was surprised to see the odds this wide because my breakdown was, I think Namsrai a good fighter, but Sangook Kim is old man strength, has intangibles.
Why do you keep saying he's 31 years old?
He's 32, and I specifically said I understand he's young, but he has that old man strength. He's wildly
military
dense.
Strength.
He's dense.
He was a Navy SEAL, for God's sake.
There's Navy SEALs don't exist outside of America, you fuckstick. A Navy SEAL is an American thing. Go ahead, look it up.
Other militaries have navies, you know.
They have navies, not Navy SEALs.
Yeah, South Korea has an elite naval special warforce known as the Republic of Korea's Naval Special Warfare Flotilla, ROKN.
So he was a naval flotilla. He was a naval flotilla.
He was a SEAL.
Your weird allegiance to another country's army needs to be studied. Let me ask you real quick. What is that woman's ethnicity?
They maintain strong ties with the U.S. Navy SEALs, frequently conducting joint training and often sending students to U.S. Navy Special Forces programs like BUDS.
Great. That sounds incredible.
How long do you think you would last at BUDS?
Blink twice if you're okay. You are getting brainwashed here. The allegiance to another random Asian army is insane here. This is insane.
I love it.
Check out all the picks, all the bets, all the tools. We dominated last week. Hopefully this week is the same. Jacob's got a lot of bets on these 4 road to the UFC fights. I don't recommend.
I don't
recommend
this. Is where you make these are contender series fights. Nobody's better than Papa at the.
You need the walkout
series.
for that. You use the walkouts to place.
I
those
can
bets.
see enough.
What? That wasn't even on rhythm. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. We have a $4.99 super chat from the next Lennon. If you're not premium, you're a clown. I 6 times my money last week. Skip the gas station hot dog and get premium virgins. Listen, I appreciate that for a bunch of different reasons. I wish Kobe Covington didn't own nerds and virgins because that's great. I would love to open these videos with. Guess what?
Got
nerds
on Twitch for a long time, which is pretty funny.
Why?
People were like, there was a certain places like on Fortnite and stuff. People were calling, or no, I think it was Warzone. People were called the Virgin Towers, and then if he died, be like, "Oh, you're a virgin," and they were just saying it. So streamers were just saying it so much that Twitch made it all of a sudden it was like some slur or something. They banned it. You couldn't say it, or your channel would get fucking slammed.
Of all the words,
so they started calling it V Tower and Warzone and stuff like that.
That's so funny.
All right. What word would be the first one you'd ban? A
whole bunch. What
would be the first one you would ban?
Oh, for sure. I would ban.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Say it again. Something happened.
No, you're going to unmute me. I muted myself, and then you're going to unmute me as
I can't unmute
it.
You. You just should have just went along with the joke, but you fucked it up there. How the fuck am I supposed to unmute you?
I don't know, but I didn't trust it.
Stupid slut.
I didn't trust it. Slut was one. I'd ban slut.
Why? Were you actually going to say it or something?
I would ban slut, fat, bald, Shrek, asshole play. What else do you say? I'd ban all those. Listen, Jacob and I are going to be here on Friday, a couple days from now. We will be in Frisco at the Co-America Center watching Greg Hardy get knocked out for the 11th time in 3 months. But we will be there. So if you want to come say hi to me, him, Casey, and whoever else, come say hi to the boys. We will be there. I'll buy you a drink. Come say hi to the boys.
Are we going to get hammered, bro?
Frisco, Texas. What?
Are we going to get sloshed, bro?
Why the fuck not? It's a Friday, not a Saturday.
Are you driving?
I'll Uber. If we're going to drink, I'll Uber. Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. Nobody loves an Uber more than me.
Oh, I got
10 minutes away. Fuck it. Yeah, Saturday. This is Friday.
At that age now, it's like you drink. I drink more than when I go to Vegas. I'm always like, I'm gonna play it cool. I'll have 3 drinks or whatever, and then the whole next day, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm old now.
You say that, but then you end up throwing.
And I don't fucking. And I never drink.
And then you find a random cigarette.
You're the one
that
slammed. It's a Tuesday fucking afternoon. You're wasted, sledding, throwing up on your daughters.
That's never happened.
Not yet. That's where you're headed.
This is a prediction.
2 more snow days, and I bet that's where you're headed.
No, 2 more. I don't live.
Wow, girl, that was a big hill.
I don't live through 2 more snow days.
Holy
Dude,
shit.
3 snow days.
Don't spend me. Don't spend me.
To have a snow day on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday when the storm started on Friday is fucking crazy. And I get it. We don't have the infrastructure here, so I'm not going to be one of those like, oh, I'm from here. It's crazy. You guys, we don't have the fucking plow trucks or the sand or the salt. We don't have the infrastructure for it. We're not going to spend hundreds of billions.
Dude. I can't stress enough how much
I love it here.
Dude, it gets 110 degrees in the summer. And we just had a fucking ice storm that shut everything down for a week. you get there's like 4 weeks in the spring and in the fall where you're like, oh yeah, this is it. We lived in South Florida for 6 months. It was 75 and sunny with no rain. From October to April, no. The high is 75 and it's sunny every single fucking day in Fort Myers, Florida. It was incredible. Then in the summer, it starts to get hot as shit. Then it rains and you're good to go.
Nah, I'm not a big...
Dude, it was 75 and sunny every single day in Fort Myers from October to fucking March.
I like Texas a lot more, but we're in different spots. When you have kids, when you have red children, you will appreciate Texas. This is objectively a better place to raise children.
Shit sucks. Don't ever move to Texas. Don't believe the hype.
Opening up the official UFC fight card, we have Junior Tafa taking on Billy Elekana. Junior Tafa 6-4 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5 years, coming off that submission loss to Tokotokos. Taking on Billy Elekana, 9-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is coming off his first UFC finish. Junior Tafa, he's a kickboxer. His brother's a fat dork that still couldn't make the heavyweight limit. But Junior, similar to his brother, is a kickboxer. He's a professional kickboxer, made the jump over to MMA, but he did a couple of the right things, a few sit-ups. He jogged a quarter mile or two, and he went from heavyweight to light heavyweight. While that didn't prove successful in his last fight because he can't defend a takedown, he is still a very good striker. He's taking on Billy Elekana. This guy's a patient but heavy-handed striker. He's a long guy. He uses that length pretty well. He does have a nice step-in jab. He's got a lot of feints, a lot of twitches, good takedown defense. Most of his fights, though, are slow-paced. He kind of takes his time. He waits. He tries to find range. He is coming off that submission win over Kevin Christian. But that started, you're going to see submission on the record, that started with a beautiful counter shot that dropped him. I know a ton of people immediately are going to look at this and be like, Tafa sucks. And then, boom, throw all their money on Elekana.
Easy.
And I agree with the statement. But my only concern here is Junior Tafa actually is a good kickboxer. And if Billy Elekana comes in here thinking he's just going to kickbox his way to a decision, he actually might not. He might get out kickboxed by a better kickboxer. So I'm going to pick Billy Elekana because he's the better MMA fighter. And we learned this lesson last week with Modestas Bukauskas and whatever the hell his name is. And we could potentially learn that lesson this week. Elekana is the pick. I'm on his side, but the blind betting against Tafa, it's a little concerning because Elekana isn't like a...
Just stop, dude. Dude,
I'm just worried he's going to try to kickbox and then lose.
Who gives a fuck? He's going to outpoint him. Junior Tafa is not a UFC guy. I don't even know how he's still here. The fuck does he still have a job?
If this is just a straight up kickboxing match, you think Billy Elekana wins?
Yeah, he fucking stays on the outside while Junior Tafa's throwing this wild shit. Right. He's going to keep the range. He's going to fucking just pick him apart if he wants to. It's crazy. You're picking Billy though, right?
Of course.
The tracker guy? Let's make sure we're clear here.
That guy gets that shit wrong.
Hello, my name is Angelo, and I am picking Billy Akana.
Yeah, honestly, I might have to say it that way because that motherfucker's definitely using AI, which is fucking wrong. I have picked Billy Elekana. Angelo, 6'3", 250 pounds, skinny, tall, thick hair. Jacob, your pick?
I'd like to call that bluff, if you don't mind.
Which one? There was a couple lies.
Bullshit.
Yeah, there was a couple lies in there.
Bullshit. Yeah, Billy should just take him down and submit him first or second round.
That was fast. Okay. Well, we're both on the Billy side. I am a little worried that Junior Tafa is actually a decent kickboxer, but Elekana should still be the pick. $8,900 does imply a finish win. He's not going to be worth that money if he just points on the outside, so you might want to fade him in DraftKings Fantasy. But if you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, if you need a tiebreak, if you want to see what the artificial intelligence has to say, that thing does not know the fight odds, which is a nice little tidbit there. It's basing off of just sheer raw fight data. Go to WeWantPicks.com, click become a member. It's freaking $10. You'll get this card. Vegas 113, Houston, and Mexico.
What's it like? Just guilt-free, worry-free, hitting it raw.
Because they removed my genitals.
Yeah.
Did you see the bet video where I added a whole section called "I was over vasectomied"?
No.
I added a whole section because I always have like, dude, if this bet looks like a good bet, but I don't have the nuts to do it. So I added a whole section to the bet video called "I was over vasectomied." And it's like, these are bets that if I had more nuts, I would place. I didn't place them, but I would if they didn't cut out too much when they vasectomied me. But it is nice because sometimes, Jacob, sometimes you finish a little early, but it doesn't matter. You just keep going. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like nothing in there works. So you just keep going.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Because you don't use it. Yeah. You can't finish early. You can't finish early if it isn't being used. Correct.
Type a 5 in the chat if I've been with your aunt.
Put a
Have
69
you seen me at
in
your
the
family reunion last summer?
Do
Hit
me
the
a
5
favor.
on the keyboard and hit enter for me.
Put a 69 in the chat if you think Jacob hasn't had sex since 1990.
1990, I was okay. Yikes.
Yeah, exactly. When you would go to your neighbor's house and watch Titanic in their basement like a little kid that was taken advantage of.
They had
Why don't you tell the people how you would go to the neighbor's house who did not have children?
They had Furbies.
They did. His neighbors who had Furbies and no children would invite the neighborhood children over to go into the basement and watch movies. This child was abused.
Made me the man I am today.
He's just blocked it out, and it's going to
I watched that Elizabeth Smart documentary.
I wonder why Jacob keeps calling 911 on himself. It couldn't be childhood trauma.
You remember the Elizabeth Smart stuff when it was happening? That was crazy.
Was she the one that was kidnapped?
Yeah, she was kidnapped, and everyone for a while was like,
they raised her forever, right?
What?
Didn't her kidnappers raise her?
No, it was like 9 or 10 months or something like that.
Oh.
She was the girl from Utah.
Herself.
What?
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Are you fucking stupid? There was a little blonde girl from Utah that got taken out of her bedroom. For a while, they thought it was her parents, which obviously it wasn't her parents. Then they were for sure it was some guy that I think had like worked on the house or something. Yes. Arrested him for it. And while he was in jail, he fucking had an aneurysm and died. So they didn't even know if he actually did it or not. So then the cops were like, well, he probably did it. And they kind of gave up looking.
Put it on him, yeah.
They probably gave, and they, because then when he dies, it's like, you don't know where she's at. Like, you don't know anything. Like, you can't find anything. So he really kind of almost like gave up or whatever.
She was in like a cabin, right?
And then her, like she was just in a tent in the woods, like 18 miles, like just in the Salt Lake City woods or whatever. But then her sister remembered like, oh, I think I know who it is. Like she had some dream or premonition, told the people. They did a sketch. They brought it to the police, and the police were like, we don't want to release this sketch. And they're like, fucking why? And they're like, well, we want to keep this a secret because if he knows we're onto us. So the police weren't doing anything. So the family was like, fuck this. We're releasing the sketch. Released the sketch, and they ended up finding the guy. I think they were like walking on the side of the road, and a cop stopped and was like, what's going on here? And then, because she told the story. She went to the library one time. Like they went out in public and stuff. Like she wore like a gown or whatever. And was like, and while they're at the library, a cop came up and was like, I need to see who that girl is. And the guy was like, no, it's our religion. You can't fucking, she never takes off her veil. It's part of it. So there was a cop standing right there in front of Elizabeth. And she wasn't like, hey, it's me.
Please,
she was like
God,
scared. Like she was like she was manipulated so bad that it's pretty crazy. But then they ended up finding her. But she's normal, which is crazy.
I think I have seen that. Not that document, because it must be a new one, because you're like the third person who told me. I think I've seen like a different overview. Those things, anything with kids fucks me up a little bit.
Well, especially because it's her telling the story. It's not like
yeah.
Like her full account. And the way she tells, I mean, she's very, very normal compared to like what she went through. Like, it's crazy.
Well, she could be, yeah. Oop. Oh. Next up at UFC 325, we have Kaan Ofli taking on Yizha. Kaan Ofli, 12-4 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off his first UFC win, taking on Yizha, 26-5 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off that knockout win over the incredible Weston Wilson. I'm surprised to see these odds are as wide as they are, because when I broke this down, this is not what I had in my head. We basically have two grapplers. Kaan Ofli's a little smaller in stature. He's a little thicker, but he's a black belt. He's got okay takedowns, okay striking. He's very busy on the ground. He's not very long because he's small and compact, but he's solid. He's tough. He can be boring in the clinch, but he can also grind his way through a win, and he just beat Ricardo Ramos. Taking on Yizha, also a grappler. He's going to use kicks and manage range. He'll work in close. He'll get his hands on you. He'll try to drag you to the ground. He is strong. He does a really good job elevating, so if he gets to the legs, he's picking you right up in the air. If you look at his stats, he's averaging around 4 takedowns per fight, but that's because he's looking for submissions. He's chasing, he's falling off, you're standing up, and he's starting that whole cycle all over again. He's coming off that instant knockout win over Weston Wilson. I actually thought this was a really close fight. So breaking down fights without odds is always interesting. I was like, yeah, this is like a 50-50. The UFC is trying to decide who to keep, who to get rid of. And so to see that we have a pretty big favorite, right? More than a 2-1 favorite here was surprising. Both of them want takedowns. Both of them are looking for submissions. I think Yizha is probably the better striker. I think his takedown defense sucks, though. So even if you think Yizha is a good grappler, he doesn't defend takedowns very well. So this entire fight might come down to who shoots first, and little itty-bitty, thick and strong Kaan Ofli might shoot first. He's the pick. I picked Kaan here. I was surprised to see these odds. Kaan's going to be the pick. I'm not betting on this fight. What do you think, Jacob?
You know, Angelo, fantastic breakdown. And I'm going to tell you, buddy, I'm with you on this one. Maybe not in the pick, but definitely in the fight itself. We've got two guys that have had some struggles in their past career. They both, as Angelo mentioned, great job, by the way, they both want to get to the wrestling. They both want to get to the grappling. They want to be the guy on top. They want to be the guy on the back. And who can really blame them? I got to go Yizha in this fight because I think his takedowns are a little bit more athletic, and it's kind of those really athletic takedowns that give Kaan Ofli some issues. If you're just kind of holding them and getting a little single or trying to body lock, he's strong enough. He knows how to defend those type of positions. But I think that he's going to be the pressure forward striker. And when he is out in the open and you shoot a very aggressive takedown, you can get him down. And if Yizha gets him down, I think he can keep the control. But if Kaan is the one that gets Yizha down,
then what? What happens if Kaan gets Yizha down? What happens? What happens if he gets him down? What happens?
he can definitely win the fight. But I'm going to go Yizha, and minus 200 seems a little bit healthy.
Okay. Whew, that had me worried there for a minute. So whoever shoots first wins this fight. I think Ofli shoots first. He thinks Yizha shoots first. That's your breakdown. You need a tiebreaker. We got the boys. We got Kunith. We got Artem. We got Betsam. We have the artificial intelligence, which is a robot. Check it all out. WeWantPick.com. Picks. It's plural. Click become a member. At the top, it's only $10 for an entire month's worth of access. Next up, at UFC 325, we have Jonathan Micallef taking on Oban Elliott, and this is a fight where the odds actually make perfect sense to me. Oh boy, I guess we'll find out what side you're on. Jonathan Micallef, 8-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5 on a nice little 3-fight win streak. Nope. Coming off his first UFC loss, taking on Oban Elliott, 12-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5.
Is that coming off a loss?
Micallef?
Yeah. What are you talking about? You're a drunkard.
Oh, no, he beat Kevin Gisette.
You're a drunkard.
Why do I have it writ? I wrote this the wrong way.
A drunkard.
I've been drinking.
You know, gluttony is a sin in the Bible.
This isn't gluttony. I didn't eat, actually. I don't get this drunk if I eat. I had a pretzel. I ate a little bit. I lied. I ate a little bit. I had a pretzel.
Like
one of the
mayonnaise
big ones.
roll up. What is Kevin James eating? King of Queens or whatever?
A mayonnaise, dude.
I
Mayonnaise
think he calls it
roll
like
up.
a mayonnaise doobie or something.
A mayonnaise roll up is like the fattest thing.
Yeah, he just
anybody
slaps
could ever
mayonnaise on bologna and rolls it up and just.
I hate both of those things. I like
What?
mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise.
Oh my god, a good
based-
bologna sandwich is like.
Oh, dude,
God.
bologna's fucking disgusting. I'm Italian though, and we have mortadella, which is like Italian bologna, but they at least put pistachios in there and try
Oh my
to
God,
mix it up a little
bologna's
bit.
So good.
Ah,
When
bologna's
you're a
fucking.
kid, a fucking crisp bologna sandwich with some fucking Doritos and one of those fucking jug juices. You know what I'm talking about? One of those.
Yeah,
fucking
with the tin foil top. Yeah, I know. They're 25 cents. I got
Sit
you.
there with your fucking bologna sandwich. You pull it to the side. You put it in the microwave. You fucking get on there.
Ew, why is it in the microwave? Dude, a hot bologna sandwich is just a flat hot dog.
It's a joke.
That's
I was
just a
thinking like
flat
I'm
hot
fucking
dog.
A joke.
Oh,
Like you microwave.
like when
it
you
and
microwave
get in
your
there.
pillow. Yeah, no, you microwave pillows.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That's got to be something that you done.
It's
I
just
don't
a
get
joke.
that.
It's just a joke my friends and I made up years ago, and I just keep it.
But I don't get it.
You microwave the pillow, and then it's hot, and then you put your dick in the hot pillow. What's there to get? That's it.
That's what you're doing in Connecticut? Is that like a wintertime thing?
No, no, it's a warmie. Next up at UFC 325, we have Jonathan Micallef taking on Oban Elliott. Jonathan Micallef 8-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off the win over that bum French nerd Kevin just said. Taking on Oban Elliott, 12-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, riding a 3-fight win streak. This fight actually is a rebooking. This was supposed to happen back at UFC Perth a little bit of a while ago. Oh, God. Oban got so sick
What the hell was that?
a little bit of a while ago.
That
That's
don't
not
make
how
sense
you
to me. That shit made sense to me. My fucking hillbilly ass.
That's not how you talk.
A little bit of a long time ago. Yeah, I ain't seen her since a little bit of a long time ago. Looking good.
I didn't even hear it.
Them Daisy Dukes. She had on them Daisy Dukes. Tell you what, those ain't getting any shorter. You won't get up on it.
Okay, microwave the pillow. Oban Elliott, well-rounded guy. He is 15 full minutes of cardio. He's got a lot of tools in that bag. When he's striking, he wants to dance around the outside. He'll fire off overhands. He'll work his way in. He's fast. He's athletic. He's a little bit flashy, spins a little bit too much, but it's there. Takedown defense, just okay. If he is taken down, there are grappling holes that you can exploit. He is coming off that decision loss through Seokhyung Ko, where he was taken down 6 times. And the reason he was taken down 6 times is because he was afraid of the power. He's taking on Jonathan Micallef. He's a pretty good striker. Not great, not awful, but a very good wrestler. His striking is basic. He's got good 1-2s, solid distance closing, good takedowns. On the ground, he's not really looking to finish, but he's got good pressure, good control. He's not very dangerous, but he is solid. And he does a really good job controlling that pace. He is coming off that upset win over Kevin just said. If you guys watched the vlog that week, I left a bar to sit in the car to watch that fight, and I fucking cursed, and I cursed, and I cursed because that French fucking goblin, high-level judo practitioner nerd did none of those things and lost this fight. Unbelievably brutal watch. He dropped, Jonathan Micallef, dropped that loser, landed more strikes, and got him fired and sent back to the regional scene, and we all rejoice. This is an interesting fight because when I saw it on paper, I immediately wanted to pick Oban Elliott. I'm like, Oban's pretty good. I'm going to pick Oban here. Let me do the tape study, watch the last couple of fights, and go from there. I checked the notes. I watched the fights. And the issue in Oban's last fight is that he felt some power and then was hesitant as shit. And that's what this fight is. Jonathan Micallef can land with power. He can also get takedowns. And I think we get the exact same fight that we got in Oban's last fight. I think Jonathan lands a big shot, gets takedowns whenever he wants to. I think he wins this fight. Jonathan Micallef is the pick. I got to go peepees. Jacob, who do you think wins?
Yeah. I mean, he really having issues with those fucking hemorrhoids, man. Really having fucking issues with these fucking hemorrhoids. Keep him in your prayers, guys. If you didn't know, Angelo's had some health issues. He typed in the chat. He didn't even tell me personally, but he typed it in the chat. Since it's already in there, I think everyone should know. It's not fair for only a handful of you guys to know. He's got major hemorrhoids. He's having really some big issues with some really nasty hemorrhoids. I've requested a picture. Once I get the picture, I will be sharing that on my Instagram, on my Twitter, on my X. Probably on the OnlyFans as well. I mean, we're gonna probably price that. I mean, hemorrhoid. I mean, that's got to be in the $14.99. How would you guys price that? A picture of a nice solid hemorrhoid in Angelo's ass. Is that a $9.99 or is that a $14.99 or that might be a $19.99 banger? We'll figure it out, but we'll get the picture out there. When it comes to this fight, I'm telling you guys right now, in my opinion, and this is somebody that was not a big fan of Jonathan Micallef going into that Jusei fight. I felt like Jusei was going to be able to use some of that judo. And I thought Jusei was going to be able to stay on him with the jab because Jonathan Micallef is a guy that when you watch him, you're like, wow, this guy isn't a very good, like Angelo said, he's like, can be a good striker, but he's not real flashy with his boxing. His kicks, oh my God. His kicks are like, oh fuck. Every single time he throws a kick for 15 minutes sounds like a fucking gunshot. It doesn't matter if it lands on your head, your arm, your body, your thigh, your calf. This guy fucking bangs kicks. Southpaw kicker. Oban Elliott, for whatever reason, he is a type of guy that he also likes to throw kicks. You don't want to go kick, tit for tat with the Jonathan Micallef. Angelo heard Kit Kat and was like, let me sit back in my chair. Oban Elliott, to me, he hasn't fought, honestly, very good people. The first person that he fought that had a decent game plan kind of fucking embarrassed him. Jonathan Micallef is more of a grappler than he is striker, but he doesn't need to grapple. He might try and get the takedowns because Oban was exposed a little bit, but I think he's going to do what he does. Southpaw, back up, land the big kicks. Oban's got to really get in this guy's chest and make him box and throw combination because that range, like I said, Jonathan looks like he's not a very good striker, but he's got a nice fucking long jab. Just boom. And he just knows what he does. He doesn't try to do anything crazy. He backs up, throws those big kicks, keeps that jab out of there. And if you want to wrestle and grapple, he's got that in his back pocket as well. I think this has the opportunity to look like the best value on the card when it's all said and done, because I think he's the rangier striker, honestly, the better striker, unless they just start throwing in a phone booth. Oban is more of a slicker, like pure boxer, but at range, Oban likes to play like range counter striking. That shit doesn't work for a guy like John. He's not going to come in with his hands and let you counter him. He's going to stay at range. He's going to blast those fucking kicks, keep you occupied with those kicks, and Jusei had all sorts of issues, couldn't get going because of those kicks. I think Oban runs in the same situation because he doesn't hesitate. I mean, it's like, go touch gloves, and here comes a fucking high kick, buddy. Enjoy that. I mean, this guy, John Micallef, I was not a fan of his, but I think he's pretty fucking good. He's gonna be a weird guy to deal with for a long time in this division.
Yeah, I mean, I hated him when he beat our boy, the Frenchie, but I think he wins this fight. And like I said, I came into this wanting to pick Oban Elliott. I was like, Oban's pretty good. And then they watched the tape and it's like, yeah, he's going to feel the power. He's going to freeze up. Jonathan's going to take him down whenever he wants to. So Jacob and I both on the same side here. $8,400 in DraftKings Fantasy. If Micallef gets the takedowns going, that's actually spectacular value. So if you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, we have a fight simulator. It simulates fights 100,000 times on the website. 100,000 times, and it gives you the outputs. I use those outputs to win a prize picks entry and an underdog entry last week, but you can use it for whatever you want. Check it all out. It's $10. One package. No upsell, no cross-sell, no nonsense. $10. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top.
What do you think? What would you price it at? Did you have your headphones in?
I did have my headphones in. Listen, a picture of an actual hemorrhoid. First of all, I don't have hemorrhoids. I'm just drinking, and I broke the seal. And once you break the seal, lights out. That's your problem. Also, we're on our 5th day at home because it snowed outside. The kids are home. We're home. I took off work. I took off work yesterday and today, so I didn't work. Anyway, that's a lot of money. It's $50 to $100, dude. A hemorrhoid, a picture of somebody's
1999 will really. I think that's for the
1999 for a picture of an asshole.
I think that's you get a little bit too much. You're gonna price people out. You don't want to price people out.
What does Sophie Rain charge for her stuff?
2 months of premium for a hemorrhoid. I think that's priced incorrect.
What is Sophie Rain?
You're getting plus EV on that.
What does Sophie Rain charge?
How? Who would I don't?
Who's that? Yeah, I bet.
I don't. What?
Who's that?
Spider-Man. What?
Ray. It's Ray. Wasn't that not even her? That wasn't even her.
Oh, I think that was her.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Like the stream right now and tell me in the chat if you guys want a live stream Friday called The Game Plan where we go over all the prop videos.
Dude,
you
if
guys
you
like that thumbnail?
think, Jacob, can I give you some relationship advice right now?
Isn't that a beautiful thumbnail though?
It's an incredible thumbnail, and everything you do is very good.
Mi casa es su casa.
Your edits are good. Your thumbnails are good. Everything you do is very good. But if you think you can go live on Friday nights and all day Saturday nights without repercussions, you're out of your fucking mind.
Wait, we can't even do it this Friday. I'll be at the goddamn fights.
You will be at the fights, but not even fight related.
Fuck.
Woman related, you idiot. Women are the problem. Women.
Fuck. I guess we'll try to do it Thursday. I got to do something with that goddamn thumbnail.
I thought you were making another quick pick video.
No, this is for, I told you I want to do the streams, like game plan streams, because I went live on random
Dude,
Friday
do you
last
actually
fall.
Think
I went live, just be like a couple hours. It's good. It's fine. It's a job. It's my work.
I agree with you. That's not how women think. And anybody watching this who knows women knows that there's a 0% chance that you could have Friday for this and Saturday for this. That's not a world that exists. It's just not. And I wish it was for the We Want Picks in the communities.
Hey, only one of us got a vasectomy.
Not almost. They over vasectomied me.
I got
too much of a vasectomy.
Only one of us is still bumping and jumping and pumping, baby. That's some thick liquid coming out. That thing oozes.
Jesus Christ. All right, we're an hour and a half in. We're going to keep moving.
Sound effects when it come out.
Anybody who bitches that this is taking too long, you're gay and stupid, and just watch my quick pick video or go to the fucking website. On the website, every pick, every bet, it's all just listed for you, ready to go. Don't be a dweeb. Next up.
Let's skip this one real quick. Let's just skip this one real quick.
Because of this motherfucker who has been, this motherfucker has commented.
He would have lost his mind. Look
how these are all different comments. It's actually insane.
I wish you would have just said. I wish you would have just been like, all right, and we skipped it. I wish we could have seen the fucking meltdown. Let's actually just.
It's insane.
But for real,
the amount this dude is.
That's for real. Let's do the next one. Come back.
The only reason I can't skip is I fucking bet on it. Next up at UFC 325, we have Jacob Malkoun taking on Torrez Finney. Jacob Malkoun.
Isn't it crazy that guy's name's Jacob, but I look more like Torrez Finney than anything else?
You're the same height. We got
the same shoulders here.
5'8". Torrez is a little taller, but he's a professional athlete, so that makes sense. We got Jacob Malkoun, 8-3 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is alternating wins and losses, though. Taking on Torrez Finney, undefeated, 11-0, 5-0 in his last 5. He is coming off his first career UFC win. Jacob Malkoun, this guy's a grappler. He wants to plot forward. He wants to throw everything he can with power, but that's all bullshit. It's just smoke and mirrors. That's all there just to get you to the ground. And when he gets to the ground, decent wrestler, capable. He lowers his level. He shoots real takedowns. He's got good jiu-jitsu, nice control. He'll work from there. The problem is people do stand up on him because he'll chase, he'll reach for stuff, and you can squirm your hips out. Jacob's not typically dangerous, and he can't really defend a takedown, but he did just finish Andre Petroski by having rock solid hips. Angelo, what?
Hips don't lie, Angelo.
Those hips did not lie, and the truth it told,
and I hate putting you on the spot like this, but I think it's important for the viewers, and I think that if you really like the premium members, if you like the viewers, if you liked anything about anybody that's ever been a part of this channel, or even if you like your family and want to support them, and you want to see your daughters go to college and stuff like that, I think you just scoot the chair back and give us a little Shakira.
Okay.
Oh, baby, when he talks like that, you make a woman go mad. No, you don't put the hands on the hips. You keep the hands up and you move the hips. Oh, baby, when he talks like that, you make a woman go mad. Anita, Shakira. Oh, baby, when he talks like that, you make a woman go mad. Anita.
Okay.
What the fuck was that? Homosexual kick.
It was getting weird.
I thought this was a joke, but you really got into that one, didn't you? A little kick there.
I'm just insanely flexible, which is why I was so successful in wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
Holy shit.
On the other side of that, Szalay, feet to the face. The other side of that octagon is going to be Torrez Finney. Torrez Finney is an interesting specimen, if you will, because on one hand, just itty bitty tiny guy. The other hand, 3 wins on the Contender Series, only person that's ever done that. A third hand somehow. He keeps winning because he shoots takedowns. He has random power in his hands.
Did you say something about a third hand?
Yeah, I did. Why?
With that baby arm of his?
I have to imagine. He's just going to shoot takedown after takedown after takedown after takedown. He's not exciting. And in no world is he exciting. The only reason you get 3 fights on the Contender Series and they're all wins and you don't get your contract is because you're not very exciting. He shoots a gazillion takedowns. He's got good takedowns. He's got good control. He's got good cardio. He's just going to keep moving forward, going over and over and over and over. He's coming off that win over Robert Valentine, where a lot of people are like, this is the worst fight I've ever seen in my entire life. And you know what? It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
4 strikes.
But that boring, insane, let me just dive at your legs over and over and over game plan will actually win him this fight. So Torrez Finney is the pick. I bet on him when he was plus 145. He's now plus 125. It's continuing to tighten. Jacob Malkoun's a grappler, and Torrez Finney is just literally better at Jacob's best thing. And Torrez isn't going to randomly get knocked out when he hits the hips. That's not going to happen. So Torrez Finney's the pick. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Torrez Finney sucks, dude. I mean, this guy can't strike at all. I understand he's got the wrestling, but he doesn't even have great control with the wrestling. It's rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. He starts to slow down. Tough guy. He can dog it out. We saw that in the Cam Rowston fight. You saw that in the Valentine fight. He will just keep going with the takedowns. But those are guys that don't have the wrestling credentials of a Jacob Malkoun. Not only is he a pretty good wrestler, but he's also he's a Gracie black belt. He's a high level grappler on that right. Torrez Finney is all wrestling. There's no jiu-jitsu, and there's no fight. This guy can't strike for a fucking piss shit. He's tired of shit. He can't spend 30 seconds pumping a jab out there. He is on the hips immediately. So the second he runs into somebody that can defend a few takedowns and makes him stay on the feet, this guy is fucked. And if you watch the embedded, you can see still has it. I mean, he's never going to be a good enough striker to be who he's supposed to be in the UFC. He's just going to be too stiff in the striking. He's not going to be able to pick people up and slam everybody down. This is the first roadblock in a real middleweight, a real UFC fighter that really knows how to wrestle and can strike way better than a guy like Torrez Finney. I think he's run into a little bit of a fucking buzzsaw here. If he wants to be like boring and do that, maybe he can do that. But I think Jacob Malkoun is a guy that can make him work hard enough to eventually the takedown stop. Once the takedown stop, this guy is fucked. And I will say it's interesting that Jacob Malkoun is the favorite versus Finney, while Cody Brundage, who smoked Jacob Malkoun, is a big underdog versus Cam Rowston, who got smoked by Torrez Finney. So it's a weird little Torrez Finney smoked Cam Rowston, and Brundage smoked Jacob Malkoun.
Triangle there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the triangle in the toilet.
I got Jacob Malkoun. If he gets fucking laid on 15, it is what it is. But the second Torrez Finney, the takedown stop working in any fight, he fucking loses.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Torrez Finney's great, but he's better than Jacob at Jacob's best thing. So, done. He wins the fight. Yikes. Jacob and I are split here. Me and this Jacob, not the tall, dark, handsome Jacob, but this Jacob over here are split on this fight. $8,600 in DraftKings Fantasy. Yeah, I'll spend the $7,600 on the guy that gets takedown after takedown after takedown after takedown. But if you do need a tiebreaker, you can't just go with us. You need to tip the scales a little bit. We have several of them. We have Artem, Betsam, Kunith, and the artificial intelligence. While that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, that is an even number.
That's you can do
five humans and a robot. You can go that way.
You ever have a girl use 2 hands on you just to make you feel better about yourself, and you're like, yeah, use both hands.
There's only one way, Jacob.
What?
Has to be 2 hands. Otherwise, it's just this. It's just this. If it's not 2 hands.
Come on.
Has to be. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. Next up, at UFC 325, we have the featured prelim of the evening. We have Cam Rowston taking on Cody Brundage. Cam Rowston, 13-3 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5, coming off his first ever UFC win. Taking on Cody Brundage, 11-7 in his career, 1-2-2. This poor bastard has had unfortunate circumstance after unfortunate circumstance in his last 5. He is coming off that loss to Eric McConaughey, which I did not think he lost that fight. Cam Rowston, good striker, solid volume, good variety. He does a nice job throwing straight. He can be hittable, plenty of power, pretty composed for a young guy. Grappling wise, he can hang is in quotes. He'll create some scrambles. The raw wrestling is not great, but the jiu-jitsu is solid. He's coming off that win over Andre Petroski where he had an insanely quick turnaround. He won on the Contender Series just a few weeks earlier. He's taking on Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage is a heavy-handed kill or be killed wrestler. He can knock you out with the hands. He can get the wrestling going. He is good everywhere. Whether he ties it together or not has been sort of the story of his career. He's got big power. He doesn't really have 15 full minutes of cardio or safety. I would argue, and I have been saying this in the last couple of videos, he's basically a giant Terrence McKinney. He's going to come out. He's going to have a ton of success early. And if he finishes you early, great. If he doesn't, it's going to be problematic. He did just lose to Eric McConaughey where he got dropped early.
He didn't get dropped, you stupid fucking bitch.
I disagreed with that decision. I thought he won that fight. And breaking down a Cody Brundage fight,
a calf kick,
and he got hit in the face and fell down. So what is that?
He was knocked off balance and rolled through it. He wasn't fucking dropped
by a punch to the face.
Fucking retards.
If I punch you in the face and you fall down, what is it?
They don't count those as knockdowns all the time when people are off balance. Like I was throwing a kick and got hit, and he fell backwards.
Well, either way, we both agree that he won that fight. I think he won the fight. You think he won the fight.
How can you think he won the fight if you thought he got dropped in the first? That's the reason why they gave him the first round.
It was the first 10 seconds. It was the first 10 seconds.
That's why they gave McConaughey that round.
I think he did enough to take that round back. Anyway, I'm going to pick Cam Rowston here. Cody Brundage is a very good fighter. Cody Brundage is a very dangerous fighter. But if he doesn't get it done early and doesn't get you out of there early, things can take a turn. Cody is obviously the more experienced of the two. I think he's the more well-rounded of the two as well, if you factor in the wrestling. But there are cardio issues. There's durability concerns. I'm going to trust that Cam Rowston is going to be that type of guy, and that's why the UFC did this matchup. That's why they did this matchup at home for him. So I'm going to pick Cam Rowston here. The odds are probably a little wide. I fully understand the support for Cody here. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, let me preface this by saying I am biased. I'll always be honest with you guys. Cody's my boy. I talk to Cody often. I consider him a friend of mine. So don't listen to me if you don't want to. I got no problems with it. We've been here time and time again. Cam Rowston, I promise you guys, is not who you think he is. He's not who you think he is. Everyone thinks he's like this power puncher that's going to come across and knock Cody out and all this stuff. He got back-to-back knockouts against some random elbow against some bum, and then it was like a little boop against the most chinny guy. The guy that got knocked out by hitting his own head on a hip fell down off this fucking baby-ass whatever. The best thing that ever happened to Cody Brundage going into this fight was Cam Rowston coming off not only at home, where he's going to be amped up and want to make a statement and stuff, but coming off back-to-back KO. This guy, if you watch him strike, he's a tall guy. He likes to put pressure on you. He likes to get in nice and close, and he can't throw those elbows and just kind of overwhelm you with that tall guy striking. He's not in here bobbing, throwing a jab out there, throwing the cross, slipping, throwing hooks. He's just coming at you with that tall guy fucking bullshit. And as long as Cody doesn't get overwhelmed early, this guy at his core is a jiu-jitsu fucking nerd. Angelo mentioned, doesn't have great wrestling. I think his striking is shit. His power is overrated. He is a jiu-jitsu fucking nerd. And if that whole, I'm the tough guy, I'm 6'3" at home against Cody, and I'm gonna come in and blitz him. If that bullshit doesn't work and Cody can keep his composure, which there is times, I'm his friend. I've talked about it. Dude, you gotta just calm down. You gotta understand it's a confidence issue with Cody a lot of time. This guy is so talented. You've seen the way he can throw strikes, get takedowns and stuff. But once it starts going downhill, it's harder for him to start to build back up. He did that against Julian Marquez, overcame that oh shit moment, got the knockout. He's starting to settle down his career. You saw that Mansour Abdul Malik fight. That fight was tied going into the third round. That third round, Mansour was like, oh, I'm going to put this guy out of here. Didn't do it. He weathered that storm, then got fucking headbutted or whatever in that fight. Then the Micallef fight, he also was much more methodical in that fight. Probably too methodical. It was short notice, all this type of stuff. But he is starting to settle in and be confident in who he wants to be. He is the better striker. Cody's the better striker. He is the better wrestler. If he wants to go to the wrestling, or if Cam wants to wrestle, he can defend the takedowns. This guy, Cam Rowston, has you fooled on who you think he is. Now, if he comes in and just crazy and Cody, does the shell up against the fence, that's going to be a damn shame, because Cody Brundage, I think, can show everybody who he really is in this fight, and that is an athlete with good footwork, a laser right hand with really good power, really good wrestling, improving the grappling as well. Cody's going to get it done. He's going to shock a lot of people. Don't listen to me. Tell me I'm biased, but the one thing I will always be is fucking loyal to my fucking friends, and I really, truly believe this is a great spot for Cody, because Cam is just a tall guy that doesn't move his head and has overrated power, so I'm going Cody here, and I think he can get it done early with a finish.
Listen, I like Cody. All right. First of all, he came on the show. Guy was fun, funny, like great energy. It's actually crazy he's not more popular. I wish more people could see the personality. But also, I bet the fuck out of him for SD Dumas. What happened? Looked great, faded. And that's my concern here. He has all the talent in the world. You said it. Unbelievably talented. He's great striking, good power, high level wrestling. He has all the individual pieces, but if he puts it together or not, that's always the question. So that's a bit concerning. I'm on one side, Jacob's on the other. Call it bias. Don't call it bias. Check out what everybody else has to say. We have an artificial intelligence, which is certainly not biased, and then a couple of other humans picking this fight as well. Check it all out. WeWantPicks.com. Just click become a member at the top. $9,300 in DraftKings Fantasy. Certainly, you're going to need to finish that of Cam for that to be worth it. He's not going to out-wrestle Cody Brundage. Cam is not out-wrestling.
Cam is shooting a takedown.
Yeah, you got
the fight is over.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. He's not going to out-wrestle Cody Brundage. So he should not be shooting takedowns in this fight. So $9,300, you're going to need to finish on the feet. Then we have a couple of quick promos in the main card. If you guys want $50 smackaroos in your wallet, in your PayPal account, in your Cash App, just go to this URL on the screen. You use this URL, you sign up with any one of our affiliate partners using the link, and we send you $50 as a thank you. They're going to pay us I'm going to slice off some of that money and send it to you. Very simple. Use the URL, sign up, make a deposit, get yourself $50. We unveiled a couple of things these last few weeks. One of them is Premium 4.0. We have not been doing this for very long. And in that short amount of time, we created the greatest offering this space has ever seen, with not just a list of picks and bets and fingers crossed that things go the way that they're supposed to. We have also built out tools and insight. We have coded things from scratch. One of those tools is the data analyzer. It allows you to manipulate data to find your spots. Inside of the data analyzer is a tape index. The tape index is fully lined up and ready to go. A lot of you like to go to Tapology to see somebody's full fighter history. If this is that, but also with additional information. And on top of it, the full fight library. You click a little red play button, video pops up, you're off to the races. We have a fight simulator, simulates fights 100,000 times, gives you the individual outputs of each simulation. We have a line movement tracker. This will give you the opening odds, current odds, win probability, and line movement for every fighter on every card. And we have added conditional logic to highlight value. Green means the value is headed in your direction. Red means it's headed away. All of that. And then we added a capper. We didn't just make things prettier, nicer, better, faster. We added a capper on top of it. We added Kunith. If you have been watching this space for a while, you know who he is, his unique style, his brand, and the fact that he is pretty good at what the fuck he does. Check all of it out right now at WeWantPicks.com. I'll be honest,
can you go back real quick?
Yes. Why'd I use a picture of you?
No, let me just digest real quick. Yeah. Go ahead and say it. I think he's underrated hot.
Hot? He lives in like upstate New York.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know how many hot people are coming out of there. No offense, Josh the web guy. I don't know how many hot people are coming out of there.
Like soft eyes or something that makes me want to ask him a question.
It's hoodie season.
Like if I had 3 Red Bull vodkas and he's down at the bar next to me, I'd be like, "Hey buddy, what's your story?" And I bet he'd tell me a tale that I'd sit there and just love.
I don't think you have ever approached a black man.
When I was in Tampa, when I was in Tampa, I had about 6 fucking vodka Red Bulls sitting at the hotel bar and had the next 3 hours, the best conversation with this African-American couple that was there for their daughter's graduation. Saw him the next morning, gave him a big hug. It was beautiful, Angelo. You know why? Because I didn't even realize they were African-American until afterwards, and I saw the picture, and I was like, wow, had no idea, because people are people to me.
I bet. No, congrats to you, and congrats to everybody who tailed Kunith's picks and bets last week, because he absolutely fucking crushed it. So if you want to check out everything he offers and everything we offer, same price, nothing fucking changed. $10, WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top, and everything we offer is available on the web, desktop browser, mobile browser, tablet, whatever the hell you want, and in an app. We have an app. App is 100% free. Just search for it in the App Store. We want picks. And here's the 4 events you're going to get. Yeah, I'd love if you told us tell us about another minority that likes you. Asians.
The Asians love the Mexicans, quite frankly, are big fans.
Mexicans do not like you.
If you're Mexican in the chat, can you give me a me gusta, Jacob?
Jacob thinks all your food is way too spicy. He does. You are not of the Mexican people. You are not invited to the carne asada.
Can we finish the rest of this breakdown tomorrow? I'm updating Arc Raiders, and it's only going at 5 megabytes a second because I guess I'm streaming right now too. We're gonna pick this up. Hey guys. We appreciate you. Big update on Arc Raiders. Me and Angelo got to get in. So we appreciate you guys. Like the stream all the way out. We'll finish up the main card tomorrow. We'll see you guys on Arc Raiders.
I don't know what that is, and that's not happening. Here's the 4 fights that you will get if you go to WeWantPicks.com right now. It's freaking $10. Full access to all of it. And if you want to send something for the vlog, Jacob, I have a book for you. I'll bring it on Friday. One of our viewers wrote he wrote a whole ass book, and he wrote a letter to you in the book and signed it. So I'll bring it to you for for Friday as well.
I got
If
these
you want
too.
to send something,
Same subject, kind of. These are my favorite books here. Everyone lock in and listen up. Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysics people.
Jacob's books. Why is mayonnaise
hurry.
so spicy?
One of the best books ever. Carl Sagan, Cosmos. And of course,
He's never read these fucking books, dude.
Stephen Hawking, A Brief History of Time. Where is the island? Why would you take me to the island? I was doing that. I was doing that. I was doing that Saturday on the live show. I can't remember why. But we were talking about something came up with Stephen Hawking. I was like, "Why won't you take me to the island?"
Yeah, dude. Andrew Santino's impression is so good. He does it so fast.
Where is the island?
Thank you guys for being here. You want to send something for the vlog? Send it. We want picks. PO Box 406, Prosper, Texas 75078. We got a super chat before we hit the main card. Jesus Christ. Jason Wallace 3319. Take that ugly ass hat off. Go Birds. Okay. Well, the Birds lost. So what are we rooting for here? Next season? The next season for the Birds?
Angelo, typically when you're a fan of a team, you're just a fan of a team. You're not jumping around based on regionality.
Oh. Okay. And you root for him in the offseason? I knew him
was like, go Giants, man. I'm New York. Go Giants.
No,
man.
I've said Eli, from day one.
Eli's king, man. I love Eli. But I love that Eli. Now he's like,
I'm the most. That's bullshit.
So cute.
I'm the most transparent person when it comes to the fucking sports. I have been very unbelievably clear what I watch and what I don't watch. And you're not going to catch me in some fucking fake bullshit.
Eli, man. We love Eli.
$4.99 from Patrick 9477. Fight to end last 10 seconds. Hit 3.
Isn't that crazy?
Saturday night. That is crazy. Plus
he talks
4,
about that every stream, and I think it's hit maybe like once.
Oh, so he bet on.
Yeah, he talked, and it's not just like he didn't say like after the fact.
What sportsbook offers that shit?
He didn't even say he's been like for every stream every week for months and months. He talks about this bet. Because it's hit a couple times, and it hit 3 times on Saturday.
So Saturday was the Bukowskis fight.
Ty Miller.
And the Ty Miller fight. Oh, Hawkeye, there was only a few seconds left.
He got the middle finger TKO.
Yeah. That's crazy. Plus 4,000 on all of them. Just throws.
And I can attest that he literally has talked about that for months and months. He didn't know. Yeah, for other people in the chat, they're probably like, "Oh, I doubt it." No, he is. He donates every fucking stream $1.99 or $4.99 is like last 10 seconds of every time it hit, he was like, "Oh my god."
That's awesome. And that's a name I've seen a million times over, so I believe it. That's awesome. What a random. That's so funny. Imagine I put that on premium every week.
What was it? Back,
I should just put shit like that.
Back 2 out of the last 3 or something like that. We were like, Patrick did it again. That son of a bitch.
Plus 4,000 is crazy. Plus 4,000 is what, 400
last
to
10
1?
seconds? That's
no, plus 4,000, unless my math is ridiculous, that's plus 400 to 1. Or is it 40 to 1? Even if it's 40 to 1.
What is your deal?
If you bet $10, how much do you get back?
$40 million. This guy won $160 million.
Okay. That's what I thought. Opening up the UFC. Opening up the UFC 325 main card. We have Quillan Salkilld taking on Jamie Mullarkey. And every time I do a Jamie Mullarkey graphic, I take Jacob's face, I throw it over somebody else's body, and we're good to go. No eyebrows. This time I had to.
What are you talking about?
I asked AI.
Like him right now.
I asked, take the glasses off. I asked AI to remove the beard, and that's what we got. This is a picture of Jacob, and I said, remove the beard. Boom. Jamie Mullarkey.
You want to see how fast we go from what? How many live viewers do we have? Almost at that, like 600-700 live viewers right now. You want to see how fast it goes to 200? Because about 500 people are about to get banned right now. You ready? You say anything about me looking like that, man?
The funniest part about that is that implies that you look at him and you're like, that's an ugly man.
I didn't say that. I can
so then
not
what do
look
you
like
care?
somebody and look like if people said I look like Brad Pitt, I'd be like, no, I don't. Brad Pitt's beautiful. I'd say, no, I don't. What are you talking about? Jamie Mullarkey might be one of the most beautiful things I've ever laid eyes on, but I don't look like him.
I mean, people say I look like Ben Affleck all the time.
I don't say it. Nobody's ever said it. Did you see his new movie
Rip?
with?
No, Tiff wants to watch it, but I just.
Oh my god! I only saw the back half, and they were right when they said that. They explained the plot
over and over and over. They just
because I literally only watched the back half. I knew exactly what was going on. I wish I would have seen it all. That was a fantastic ending.
Oh, good! It was a good
really
movie.
Good, yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, I should watch it then. Because I also heard that Chris Pratt's new movie fucking blows ass, and that sucks because I love Chris Pratt. So that
and the Bone Temple movie got really good reviews, but it bombed at the box office for some reason.
I trust reviews of the collective regular people more than I do box office.
But I think that's because it was like the last 28 years later was like it was like just one big setup for this movie. So everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
And
like,
it was
I left
filmed
the theater
on a fucking iPhone.
I know, but I left the theater being like, "Dude, all that just it was basically just one big setup."
But when you advertise that you filmed the whole last movie on an iPhone, I don't give a fuck. It makes me feel like you don't care. You didn't buy video equipment.
A 17-inch penis for a half an hour. That was the big, like, we don't know what to do in the writer's room. Give them dong.
You and Pee Wee Herman. Quillan Salkilld. All right, let me start this over.
Angelo looks like Danny DeVito's penguin. Yeah, I agree. That's what I've heard a lot.
We both love Jersey Mikes. Opening up the UFC 325 main card, we have Quillan Salkilld taking on Jamie Mullarkey. Quillan Salkilld 10-1 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5, coming off an all-time knockout win. You could say lock of the week ending win. Have we seen a lock of the week since then? I don't think so. Take it out. Jamie Mullarkey. 18-8 in his career, 2-3.
How dare you?
2-3 in his last 5, coming off that bounce back win over Rolando Bedoya. Quillan Salkilld, he's a good striker. He's long, uses kicks well to manage range. He works the body. As soon as you're comfortable, dude's going to turn into a full-blown wrestler. He can fight at distance. He can fight in the pocket. He can wrestle as well. He's definitely being a little too propped up right now, but he's certainly pretty talented. He just knocked out Nasrat Hakpras, but let me remind you, he was a step behind that entire fight before he landed that ridiculous knockout. He's taking on Jamie Mullarkey. Jamie Mullarkey is not known for his durability, but he is busy, a decent grappler, a decent striker. He can wrestle. He averages a little more than 2 takedowns per fight. He's got okay striking. Like, he's just kind of volume more than he is power, but he does have a couple of knockouts in the UFC. Well-rounded guy. He's tough, not very dangerous, but he's going to move forward, trying to make things happen. He is coming off that rebound win over Rolando Bedoya, where he had 3 takedowns, but stat-wise, he was outstruck. I'm not going to pick Jamie Mullarkey here. I'm going to pick Quillan Salkilld, and these odds are what they are. There's no reason to bet on them, so who cares? But I do need to point out that Quillan was getting lit up by Nasrat. Like, Nasrat was having his way with him, landing clean, doing what he wanted to. Of course he got knocked out. Of course, it's an all-time knockout. Like, that knockout was bad. But if Jamie Mullarkey just comes in here, pressures forward, stays in Quillan's face, and somehow doesn't get hit really hard, he could squeak out a close one. I don't give a shit because I'm never going to bet on a minus 900. So Quillan's going to be the pick. But the only reason he's a pick is because Jamie Mullarkey gets knocked out by his own shadow in the mirror. Quillan's the pick. Don't fucking do shit with that information. What do you think, Jake?
Do you know there's no shadows in a mirror?
At all?
Yeah, go look in a mirror. You can't see your shadow.
If I have a light hitting me and there's a shadow on the ground and the mirror also sees the ground, it won't see it?
Go right now. I'll do the breakdown. You go and go.
I don't know how I'll do that.
Go to the bathroom and turn on the fucking light and see if there's a shadow behind you, idiot. And go tell me and come back and be like, wow.
All right. Let me see. I'll take a picture.
Okay.
See. Wait. Oh, I already did the next slide. Here. You.
Okay. Fucking retard. Look at that fucking sit down, you fucking idiot. You fucking gullible fucking Jesus. Who believes that shit? No fucking shit. Jesus, what an idiot, dude. I'm not a big fan of Quillan. You guys know Nasrat was my lock of the week, and it literally took 30, I mean, Jesus Christ. It took 30, 40 seconds of that fight to be like, oh, we're good to go. Anybody that had money on Quillan and was fucking pissing their shit, anybody that had on Nasrat, in my mind, watching that fight, I was counting my fucking money. The guy's not a very good striker. His takedowns are absolutely fucking shit. And I was like, here we go. This is going to look beautiful. And then the cross fucking head kick comes because split stances, that's always a fucking option. But in this one, fuck it. I can't trust Jamie Mullarkey's chin. Honestly, I think Jamie Mullarkey should try to take the wrestling to Quillan, extend the fight, take some pop out of those shots, some pop out of those the kicks, try to win some scrambles once you wear him down a little bit, get in boxing range. You don't want to stay at that kicking range with a guy like Quillan, but Quillan is not he's not that good, but he keeps getting away with shit. Honestly, it might pay off if he keeps winning. I hope he gets an early knockout as -1,000 versus somebody with a pulse, and we could fade this guy, because Nasrat was on his way to fucking embarrassing this dude. Landing the left hand whenever he wanted, defending that bullshit. I mean, this dude's like doing like knee slide takedowns from fucking 60 feet away. I'm not a big Quillan Salkilld guy, but he should be able to get it done against Jamie Mullarkey. I hope Jamie fucking knocks him out, but I got to go Quillan here because Jamie looks good, and then he doesn't look good, and then it's like, oh no. So,
saw my shadow, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, 6 more weeks of winter, fat ass. Can't wait.
Oh, fuck. I've walked right into that. Fuck.
That wasn't even a setup. That was just, I just thought of that on the spot. We were laughing that you even went and checked. I was surprised you even got out of your fucking chair for that one.
I had to pee anyway, so I'm like, all right, perfect. And then I checked. I'm like, yeah, this guy's a fucking idiot. I see my shadow on the wall. Fuck. Who'd you pick? You picked Quillan?
I did, yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned it as well. I mentioned that he looked awful versus Nasrat.
He did not look good, no. But Nasrat also smoked Jamie Mullarkey, and sometimes MMA math works, and it is what it is. Jamie's chinny as shit, but like, you know. Quillan may not be that guy, but
somebody said Salkilld sub is sneaky. Our big Mabel Bet said that. He's not just a somebody. That's an OG, triple OG, and I agree. Jamie, a lot of those KOs are like he's kind of like still kind of there type of thing, and if he's like still kind of there and just defaults to like a wrestling, Quillan is like before like the knockouts, he was like a grappler. I mean, he's a wrestler, he's a grappler. I could see him grabbing the neck or something. I think that is a sneaky play.
He could definitely snatch something up. I mean, Quillan he's -900. There's no value left. Leave it the fuck alone. No, we're done with that. I mean, and I usually can see something coming, honestly.
But that literally, that wasn't a setup.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming.
I just thought of it. Like, right when he said, I saw my shadow. I was like, well, I know what else saw him.
Like, I usually, like, if you ever watch any of the bad takes, I can see Josh's shit coming from fucking 11 blocks away. So I typically just get ahead of it. It's a lot harder. But I could typically see an obvious insult coming. That was not obvious at all. I had no fucking clue that was waiting for me. So,
and what a great Groundhog Day.
Well, that was a very good movie. That was a very good movie because it's like, who died?
Somebody.
None of them died. Dead. They're all alive.
It's an old movie. I'm sure a lot of those people are dead. Angelo.
No.
Nobody in that movie is dead. Nobody. Not an extra. Not in anything.
You know what's funny? Anytime I see an old movie like that and I watch with the kids, if there's like a dog, that's when I'm like, oh, that dog's dead. That sucks.
When did that movie come out?
That's like, is that
94?
I don't know.
That dude, I think.
If you said 88, that wouldn't
93
shock me.
no,
yeah, there you go. We're both on the Salkilld side. This should be a straightforward fight. $9,700 in DraftKings Fantasy. You're gonna need a finish, but if anything, Jamie Market does well. It's get finished when he's hit hard. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. You have all sorts of picks and bets and tools and all the information you could ever need.
That's pretty close.
Heading into
Can you
8-fight week.
Can you just back up like this and just kind of put your arms in front of you like this?
No, I don't know what we're doing anymore. I trust nothing for the rest of the stream.
No, can you just do it real quick, please?
For what reason?
Do what?
You motherfucker. I see. I feel I don't trust fucking shit the rest of the stream. My arms are longer. Thank God. Next up at UFC 325, we got a battle of the biggies. We have Tai Tuivasa taking on Taliesin Teixeira. Tai Tuivasa 14-8 in his career and an astonishing, not a typo, 0-5 in his last 5. He is coming off that decision loss to the biter, Jairzinho Rozenstruik. He's taking on Taliesin Teixeira, 8-1 in his career, 4-1 in his.
On with friends of the
he
show?
He bit somebody.
Isaac's been on. Biggie Boy's been on. Biggie Boy was a lot of fun too.
The best part about Biggie,
you should say allegedly.
The best part about Biggie Boy being on the show is that you could tell. First of all, his team reached out to us. I didn't reach out to him. They reached out to us, being like, "Hey, you want to come on the show?"
They were great with the social media stuff for a while, and then he got cut randomly, and they were like, "Oh shit, okay."
Well, because they used me as like their social media, like they used my audio being like, "He's not going to win this fight," as like a clown type moment because he ended up winning that fight. So they just kept putting that out over and over in different edits. And then they're like, "Hey, he'd love to come on your show." So he came on our show. But you can tell when he came on our show, he almost was like, "Ugh, here we go, a PR obligation." And then he genuinely had fun on the show. It was like, "I can hang around." Yeah, well, no, we're good. We'll hang out for a little bit. And then allegedly he bit somebody.
A woman.
Wild twist of fate. So you better check on Yusuf Zalal. Make sure he doesn't do some fucking shit.
Talk to him today.
Adrian Yanez better not do some fucking shit.
He's getting ready to come back.
And Cody Brundage better not do some fucking shit. 3 of them better not do some shit. As long as they stay right, then we're good. We're on the positive side.
He brought that python to the python capital.
Okay, why are you talking about his genitals? It's a fucking strange thing
he's
to
got
say.
a third daughter on the way, so say congrats to him.
So while Angelo got over vasectomied, his was under. Tai Tuivasa, heavy-handed striker, big-ass thighs, and if he throws a leg kick, it is thunderous. He's also fat as fuck. This dude got enormous in the last couple of years. He got tremendous. He's opened up breweries. He's very well focused on everything outside of actual fist fighting, but inside of a cage. When he is focused on fist fighting, Tai Tuivasa is a very good kickboxer with an iron jaw. That's sort of on its way out, but an iron jaw, great leg kicks, good footwork, and all the things that you want from somebody. He is on this ridiculous 5-fight losing skid. He's taking on Taliesin Teixeira, a hyped prospect that was just knocked out by Derek Lewis. Massive guy, 6'7", 6'8", depending on what stats you look at. He's been running through everybody that wasn't the Black Beast. If you do your tape study, you'll just take it at face value. He comes forward, he knocks people out cold. He's an absolute killer. He's massive, he's fast, he's powerful, he's athletic. Size matters. He does everything you would want a hyped prospect to do. And then he finally fought somebody at a high level in Derek Lewis, and he got knocked out in 15 seconds. I am going to say this. I would wait until weigh-ins before you make your decision on this fight. Because if Tai Tuivasa comes in here, a fat fucking clearly owns a brewery slob, then yeah, let's full fade, and these odds make a lot of sense. But if you look at the weigh-ins and it's like, hey, Tai actually looks decent, then all of a sudden we have somebody who should have a good chin, especially with a layoff. We have somebody who's definitely the better striker. We have somebody who has much higher level experience. And that's not the worst pick or bet in the world. I'm going to pick Taliesin here because I do think Tai Tuivasa is far gone. But if we take Tai Tuivasa 3 years ago and Taliesin Teixeira right now, it's Tai Tuivasa 9 out of 10 times. I'm picking Towson because this isn't 3 years ago. This is right now. The dude's been eating, drinking, building breweries, doing everything other than training and fighting. So Towson's going to be the pick. But if you check out Premium, I will noticeably have 0 bets whatsoever on Towson to share. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I agree with that. I was very anti Towson in his last fight because I told you guys like that dude fucking just kind of leans back out of shots and he's probably gonna eat a shot or two. And if you do that against Derek Lewis, you're probably not gonna survive. I'm not a big fan of Towson Teixeira and what he brings. I know he's long, he can be rangy, but if you back him up, he is just a very hittable guy. And what you saw in that Tafa fight too was he came in, he shot a takedown. Honestly, I think that's the game plan here. If you want to shoot a takedown versus Tafa, you're probably going to shoot a takedown versus Tai Tuivasa. If you get on top of this guy, 6'8", 6'7" frame, you can probably do what you want to do. He's got a submission win on the record, so he knows kind of what he's doing in the wrestling and grappling and should know more than a guy like Tai Tuivasa. But, you know, I posed this question on Twitter. If you had to place a bet, are you placing it minus 300 on Towson Teixeira, or are you placing it minus 270 on the under 1.5? It's like that's kind of like, you know, the conundrum here. Do you want to take Towson and maybe goes over 1.5 because he's a little bit tentative because he got knocked out in his last fight and Ty's able to keep range with leg kicks and maybe he's starting to wrestle because he tried against Tafa and extends? Or you take him both sides and maybe Ty comes in and is aggressive in front of the home fans and the guy backs up with his chin up and Ty's able to catch him. Now you're getting paid on the under 1.5. I think that's the choice that people are going to have to make because they're about the same line. Under 1.5, you get both fighters if you think there's action and it's better than the Towson money line. But, you know, if you think this could extend or whatever and you still like Towson even if it extends, you take the minus 300. But as a pick, I got to take Towson. I will never fucking put $1 on Towson Teixeira. Saturday we will be betting Towson like a first round knockout or something. But as far as like a premium play, like a safe play, like those type of plays, fuck that shit. Good luck everyone betting him. The guy's not very good, but he's a big motherfucker. And as you mentioned, Ty's kind of been in, he's been in and out. Is he dedicated? Is he not? Chin issues now. So I'm going Towson as a pick, but the guy's not good. He's not good.
Agreed. Let's see what the weigh-ins look like. I mean, Tai Tuivasa
really
may look. I mean, if Ty looks really spectacular in weigh-ins,
if he makes 260, I think he weighs in at 265. So if he makes weight, he's going to be good. If he comes in fat, he's not going to make weight. He's not going to make weight if he comes in fat.
No, but I'm saying this dude might look 255 and look spectacular. And it's like, all right,
that's going to happen.
I don't think so either. That's why I've picked Towson to share. I'm just saying the dude's a 3-1 favorite. If you're going to bet on him, you might as well wait a couple more days and just see what the hell the weigh-ins look like.
I think I'm going to play Towson by sub on a flyer. If he's shooting, he shot a takedown immediately versus Tafa.
But didn't he knock Tafa out?
Yeah, because Tafa like kind of stuffed the takedown and he just fucking
Tafa's got legs
right in the
like
nose.
This, so you're not just going to
fucking elbowed him in the nose. But if he was shooting, the game plan against Tafa was to fucking wrestle immediately. So yeah. I imagine they probably take that same game plan and just see what happens on the ground. Ty typically he's going to be able to eat some shit, especially early in the fight, just ground and pound. I mean, he can roll and protect, and if the neck presents himself, he's got a sub win on the record. I mean, it's just, obviously the odds are crazy. I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but if you want to take a little flyer, sometimes you got to grab your nuts, sweetheart.
I was over vasectomy. Tai Tuivasa, $7,100 in DraftKings Fantasy.
It's only plus 700. You would think it'd be plus 2,000.
Yeah, that is. I was going to say, you're right. That is a bit low. If you think Tai Tuivasa has a chance here, $7,100, not outrageous. Towson Teixeira was literally just knocked out cold by a known quitter. Can't get offended by that. We just saw it happen this past week.
$370 now. This thing's moved.
Yeah, it's moving. Well, it's funny because you know what's funny? UFC 324, 6 million people watched it on Paramount, which means there were millions more who watched it not on Paramount, like all of Canada, all of the UK, like other countries in the world.
Well, yeah,
I got more text messages Saturday than any other fight I can think of, and they were all about the Derek Lewis fight. Everybody was convinced that Derek Lewis is not a quitter. And I was like, this is a known quitter. Did you not remember when he in
Do we
Houston.
still know what happened? I don't. He literally
He
was
slipped
like a one,
and then he quit. No,
it was
he
like
slipped.
a 1-inch punch. Like, did he
That was
actually
a
get dropped,
slip.
or he just slipped? And
No,
literally...
he definitely slipped. And then as soon as he was on the ground, he was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm done. It turned over, did the tried and true, like, I'll do this. All right, come on, referee. When are you going to stop this? And then the ref stopped, and that was it. I mean, he's quit before, and it doesn't matter. Derek Lewis is Derek Lewis. He'll knock you out or he won't, and that's it. And nobody cares. And you shouldn't care.
I literally put out a tweet that went semi-viral that I said, no more Derek Lewis, please. That was in the first round of the fight. I was like, yeah, I just can't do this anymore, man. It's all talk with him. It's all, I'm gonna do this, and even like said something like,
then he was fatter than I am.
He even said like something like, I'll tell people after the fight what he said, but he was being a little disrespectful, like tough guy bullshit. Like he didn't want to. I'm not gonna talk about it now, but after I knock him out, I'll tell you what he said. I'm coming into this motivated and never felt better. It's like he is what he is at this point. When I'm done with him.
Yeah, no, I mean he definitely little bit of quitter in him, but it is what it is. Tied to Ivasa. Let's all root for a shoey. The reality of a shoey, not, not probable. If you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. Next up, at UFC 325, we have the featured fight of the evening and one of the most interesting fights on this card. We have Rafael Fiziev taking on Mauricio Ruffy. Rafael Fiziev, 13-4 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off that rebound win over Ignacio Bahamondes. Taking on Mauricio Ruffy, 12-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off his first UFC loss. I'm not going to spend a ton of time breaking each guy down. Rafael Fiziev, we all know, is a former, I don't know if he's still coaching at Tiger Muay Thai, but at one point in time was the striking coach at the best striking gym on planet Earth. And since then, he's amassed a wild amount of experience in MMA and wrestling. This guy's got fantastic takedowns, unbelievable striking, and he's an absolute dog that you have never seen quit. Taking on Mauricio Ruffy. Mauricio Ruffy, a very talented striker, fluid, smooth, athletic. Where Rafael Fiziev has dog in him, Mauricio Ruffy is just clean and smooth. Mauricio Ruffy also just lost to Benoit Saint-Denis because he couldn't really defend the takedowns. And when he was taken down, full, just frozen in the moment situation. He got taken down. Then when he was back on the feet, just didn't let his hands go. Was just so worried about the next takedown coming his way. He didn't do anything with it. But he's clearly very talented, powerful, and creative. Rafael Fiziev is going to be my pick. And here's the reason why. The guy's a dog. Is he shorter? Yeah. Is he as athletic as Mauricio Ruffy? No, he's not nearly as athletic, but he's fast. He does hit hard, and he's a fucking dog. He's an absolute dog. Go watch his fight with Justin Gaethje. This guy's a dog, and he can wrestle. We just watched Mauricio Ruffy get wrestled and quit. I've been getting DMs on Discord. Angelo, I bet on Rafael Fiziev. And people saying, why would you bet on him? Why are you not picking Ruffy? Well, I've seen both of these guys fight, and I've only seen one of them quit, and it wasn't Rafael Fiziev. I think Mauricio Ruffy
quit when his knee exploded.
His knee exploded, and then a year plus later, he comes back, goes to hell and back with the current interim lightweight champion of the world. I think Mauricio Ruffy is the more talented of the two, but Rafael Fiziev is a fucking dog who hits hard, works his ass off, has much higher level experience. Mauricio Ruffy just got out-wrestled, out-grappled, switched gyms, and before you say, man, he's still at fighting nerds. He's just okay, let's see who's in his corner. Fiziev's the pick. I bet on him. I'm going to stick with that. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I get the love for Ruffy, and I'll be honest, I got caught up in it a little bit. Going into this, I was like, without really watching a lot of film, because we've seen these guys, we kind of know who these guys are. In my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go with Ruffy, because it just felt like he was going to be probably the better striker in this fight. Then I started watching film again, and I'm like, God damn, man, Fiziev, especially that last fight versus Bahamondes, who's a long, rangy guy. And Fiziev said, going into that fight, he said, I'm not really worried about the range. People talk about the range with Bahamondes. He doesn't really fight long, so it really shouldn't be an issue. Ruffy's long, but he also kind of fights long, so it could be a little bit different. But the big thing here is, and Fiziev kind of touched on it in the embedded before, or the countdown or whatever it was, he basically was like, listen, and it plays a part of him being at Tiger Muay Thai or whatever for 10 fucking years, and he's been a striker around the world, an accomplished striker. He's like, look, I've seen guys like Ruffy. Like, I know like Ruffy seems like this flashy whatever guy to everybody else compared to UFC fighters, but I'm a kickboxing guy. I was the kickboxing coach. I've seen guys like Ruffy, and I truly believe that Raphael, he's seen this stuff. He's seen the spinning stuff, and he does this spinning stuff. He teaches this type of striking, the dynamic kind of wild stuff. And when that stuff doesn't work, if he just lets Ruffy kind of do what he's going to do and try to bring the pressure and just do the slip or whatever, as long as he doesn't get cut early or get caught early, I think this guy puts on a master class. I almost feel like this is kind of a weird comparison. People are going to say I'm stupid because it is a little bit different. But this feels like an Umar Figgy situation where Figgy kind of needed, you knew Figgy kind of needed a Hail Mary. And Ruffy's going to be more aggressive and he's a better striker, yada, 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 yada. But this feels like Ruffy is going to need like a big moment because I don't think he's going to do enough to be able to score over 3 rounds. He's kind of like a wait for the perfect shot type of guy. While Fiziev will be on the outside, scoring, dipping, throwing the leg kick, throwing the kick, making you miss. And he's got the ace he's at the ace in the hole, and that is the wrestling. And you saw also in the embedded, he's working on the boom, boom, entry, boom, level change. Boom, boom, entry, boom, level change. Just come in, strike with this guy a little bit, get the takedowns to the end of the rounds, see if you can wear him down. But the ace in the hole is the wrestling that Fiziev has constantly improved on. So if the striking's not there, if the striking is getting a little bit too out of control, boom, he can get those takedowns. So I know people love Ruffy. If he comes in and lands a big shot and gets that big flashy knockout, it's not going to be crazy surprising, but you can't just bank on a knockout in a fight like this versus a guy that's so high level with Fiziev. So Fiziev's got the wrestling. He can handle himself in the striking, especially defensively. He's going to be the more active fighter in there, especially as the fight goes on. So I'm a little bit surprised that he's the dog in this matchup. What were the opening odds? Was Ruffy a big favorite?
Even.
So it was even. I think it ballooned to Ruffy, and then it came back down to
definitely
reality a little bit.
Yes, correct.
But I'm a little bit surprised. I think this is more hype than anything. Fiziev's seen these guys before. Not saying he can't get knocked out, but this guy's been around the world.
But where does this knockout narrative? He hasn't been knocked out before.
I mean, he was knocked down by Gagey, but that was like a nice enclosed fucking like slick little uppercut there, and
a year away, and like.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
and I'm only calling that out because in the live chat right now, multiple people are like Ruffy by KO. It's like based off of what?
Yeah, just like Angelo, you gotta understand, most of these people they don't watch film. That's why they watch us and they listen to us. We watch the film for them. This is just like
couldn't knock out.
This is just like when everyone's like, "Oh, Patty sub." Patty sub, like they don't think about it. They're just like, oh yeah, Patty. I've seen Gagey get taken down, and Patty will get a submission. It's like I've seen Ruffy get knockouts. If Fiziev, he got knocked down by Gagey. So it's like that's the play. And it's possible. It's not impossible, but Fiziev's he's the better overall fighter by a wide margin. A wide margin.
Listen, I agree. I bet on the freaking guy. I was just surprised to see so many people say Ruffy by knockout, but like based off of what?
That literally was 80% of people last week were like Patty by sub, easy.
No, Patty by sub is a great example.
Easy.
Right. Yeah, I mean you're correct. That probably it's the same general logic because Fiziev has shown us he's a fucking dog. Like the dude's a dog.
He does get hit a lot.
He gets hit. He has a dead even striking differential. He gets hit the exact same amount he hits other people. A dead even striking differential, but he's an absolute dog who has no quit in him whatsoever. And he can wrestle. He can wrestle. We just watched Ruffy get out wrestled. So at the very least, if Fiziev's trying to buy some time, he can shoot some takedowns.
And he's not a guy that like the Bahamondes, like obviously the Gagey was a little bit opportunistic, but the Bahamondes fight, he was like, okay, strike. Okay, the guy's getting a little bit too much pressure. Boom, takedown. No problem. Didn't hesitate. That's part of the game plan. Easy peasy. Lemon.
Somebody commented, Fiziev can wrestle, but he's not like Gamrat or Armin. Yeah, no fucking shit, dude. Jesus Christ. You know what else he is not Gamrat or Armin? Is his striking. His striking is not Gamrat or Armin's either. He's one of the best strikers in the division and then added some wrestling. Could Ruffy win?
He took the job of Brad Riddell as the
Jesus.
Tiger Muay Thai coach and then knocked out Brad Riddell.
Then beat the fuck out of him in the octagon. Yeah, beat his ass.
Yeah, knocked him out, I just said.
Yeah, but like late, like beat his ass and then knocked him out. Like it wasn't just a quick like bink.
Had him seeing Ghost in there. Brevard, that was like.
This is a fun
Ghost
fight.
in your underwear.
This is a fun what? This is a fun fight.
That's a joke from that's
from your
George
neighbor's
Carlin?
basement.
Is that George Carlin? Is he I can't remember.
Watching Titanic. This is a fun fight. It's a great featured fight. Rafael Fiziev, the underdog. Mauricio Ruffi, the favorite. Pick your side. This is basically even at this point. Pick your side, and if you're right, you'll do well. It's that simple. Obviously, Jacob and I are both on the Fiziev side, but if you want to check out the data and see what the analysis has to say, see what the artificial intelligence has to say that has no odds whatsoever, just picking fights based solely off of data, just go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top, $10 for an entire month. Full access to all of it. Couple of super chats. $4.99 next Lennon. Are we in an era now that a bunch of people can bet the underdog and they'll just cancel the fight due to irregular betting movement? Obviously, talking about Alexander Hernandez. Listen, this was not a bunch of people betting the underdog. Those odds, I'm going to get rid of this just so we can see Jacob here, but those odds existed for about 5-6 weeks and nothing of any meaningful line movement happened. It was just a couple bets here, a couple bets here, and that line was relatively even for 6 weeks. Then after an unremarkable weigh-ins, everybody made weight, no issues, both looked normal. The weigh-ins. I thought it was after the weigh-ins.
No, it was before. That's
even worse.
What? Yeah,
even worse. Before the weigh-ins, the line goes fucking berserk. At the weigh-ins, everybody looked normal. They both looked normal, no issues whatsoever. Like this line went fucking bananas in like a 2-hour period. It was not normal at all. I do believe the rumor that there was an injury that got leaked. I'll trust an injury over a fight fix.
Yeah, so and honestly, I mean, I can't remember if we talked about this or not or whatever, but that could have happened with Isaac. I mean, everyone like hates Isaac now and said he fixed the fight or whatever, but now people are like, damn, what if that happened to Isaac to where like he just happened to have an injury that leaked and he had literally had nothing to do with it. He just he tried to shoot that takedown and somebody was like, well, I mean, he had a fucking knee injury and then he couldn't fucking push.
Well, wasn't his wildly specific where, well, first of all, he didn't defend the rear naked choke, but wasn't his wildly specific where his line on first round finish is what went berserk? Where this one was just a money line.
Yeah.
Derek Minner was first round. Derek Minner's was first round knockout, which was like even more ridiculous.
But yeah, anytime a line moves like that, so sharp with no public news, it's going to raise a lot of red flags.
Yeah, if you look like, especially a line that's existed, like that line exists. Like if we go
a few weeks ago before the break or whatever, I was the first person that was like, Lucas Almeida has a broken hand, everybody. And then the line started flying after that one. Like I was on Twitter, like nobody has seen it, but look, guys, and people like argue with me. I'm like, no, look at his hand. That's a fucking broken hand. Like that turns into like kind of public knowledge. So then the line moved a lot, but it's like, everybody kind of can see the same thing. So we'll let it go. That type of thing. When there's no public knowledge of something and a line just fucking crashes like that in a span of like a half an hour or whatever it was, it's like, okay, so something weird is going on.
Yeah, and it was on every sports book. Like it wasn't just one.
Yeah. Like if somebody misses weight, or like if like I was watching live when Cameron Smotherman fucking face planted. I literally saw him face plant, looked at Bet Online and watched his line go from like -160 to -130. Boom! It just fucking boom, like just crashed. Like that makes sense. Like you saw him fucking face plant and stuff like that. But when something's not known publicly, like what the hell is going on, that's always gonna get flagged. And Dana did the right thing. It's what he should have done. With the Isaac thing, like, we don't know what's going on. Let's shut it down. So now he's like, "Fuck it, we don't know what's going on. Shut it down."
I'm not dealing with his exact words. Were I'm not doing this shit again.
Yeah, which is a smart thing to do.
100%. And then Gucci Gill $4.99. So we all in agreement that Freeman is ass now. How do y'all feel about Hokit as a prospect, spanking him, then a TKO via middle finger wild fight?
Yeah, I picked Freeman in that fight, but I was also very clear. He can win that fight as long as he doesn't just shell up. And that dude, do you know how many strikes he landed?
What?
Freeman. Do you know how many? Guess.
No. What? 10?
0. I said as long as he.
Well, he got taken down in the first 15.
Yeah, I was like,
seconds.
As long as he doesn't. What's he do? Just. Like, Jesus, man.
He got taken down immediately, but I love that. So the second half of that question was, is Hokit a prospect? The fact that 2 fights ago, he knocked somebody out in 15 seconds, and then in this fight had the wherewithal to say, let me wrestle, and didn't try to knock him out, was like, all right, the dude's thinking. Like, there's a plan here. He's thinking. He's like...
At heavyweight, he's a fucking prospect for sure. I mean, that division is fucking...
Yeah. And he was a smaller fighter, too. Dude, Freeman's head. I didn't realize how fucking big Freeman was.
I'm glad that there were some other people on there with him. And even Rogan in that fight, or I think it was DC or whatever, when, because what I say in my breakdown, it's like, he's got to wrestle the legs. If he wrestles the body, he's going to have some issues. He went to the body lock, and DC was like, oh, Freeman should have the advantage here. And I'm like, yes, thank you for saying that. Yes, he should.
Yeah.
And he kind of did hold his own in those positions, because then Haka just started fucking just punching him in the fucking face.
Nah, it was an interesting fight for sure. Obviously, I think he's cringy on the microphone because it's not.
It's annoying, but it's entertaining, and he's definitely
decent, and it worked. So, we all know his fucking name, and we're talking about him.
So it is laughing when he said the Brittany Griner stuff. That was the most
out of nowhere.
Shit. That was the reason
that was funny.
I was on stream. I just started fucking dying laughing. I was like, damn, catching strays. Holy shit.
I saw a meme. You know who Little Sass is? I saw a meme of Little Sass like this, like that, and it just said Brittany Griner watching UFC 324. Like, what
Gucci Gill said at least he's trying. At least. I mean, some people are just, they don't realize that even if it's cringy. I mean, Henry Cejudo made a career out of that. Colby Covington made a career.
Literally made a career out of it.
Yeah. Like, as long as they're talking about you, good or bad. Like, if they're talking about you, that's good.
Hokit versus Black Beast at the White House, $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Gucci. That's actually not fucking terrible. That's not terrible.
I don't
not Dana White. Dude, Donald Trump said that Derek Lewis is his favorite fighter.
He called Derek Lewis after a fight. Donald Trump did.
Yeah. He said Derek Lewis is his favorite fighter. That's not obviously, the president would not watch his favorite fighter win.
I did
but
Donald Trump, Derek Lewis. I love Derek Lewis. He's the Black Beast. I didn't name him that. They gave him that name, but he is the Black Beast.
All right, you fucking punch that. Brandon Lawson, $5. Thanks for the $45 win Saturday. Appreciate your guys' hard work and great content. Love the premium member tools. $4,000 in wins. Thanks to you guys. Listen, thank you for being here. Genuinely appreciate it. Glad you were able to do well. Is last week a shining star? Yeah. No, I hit every bet. Hit every bet I put on the board. Does that mean it'll hit every week? No, but thank you for being here.
Oh my God.
We're going to continue. What?
I think
we have 2 more fights.
Bears hat, man. That's rough, man.
It does say Bears.
That's rough. They've had what a season. The cardiac Bears, is that what they call them? Ended with the fucking flurry. What a season.
They did.
I'm a Colts fan. We had a great season too.
They did
what a fucking unbelievable fucking
a 65-year-old.
Bring back the GM and the
year.
Coach. Fuck it. God.
All right, 2 more. Next up at UFC 325, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have Daniel Hooker taking on Benoit Saint Denis. Dan Hooker, 24-13 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 years, coming off that one-sided loss to Arman Sarukian, taking on Benoit Saint Denis. 16-3 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 years, coming off that knockout win over Beneil Dariush. That thing lasted all of 4 seconds. Dan Hooker, again, I'm not going to spend a ton of time breaking either one of these fighters down. You know who they are. And if you want a little more insight, go to my quick pick video. Dan Hooker is a dying breed of savage, though. In an era where athletes are starting to take over and true to-your-core fighters are starting to get pushed behind, Dan Hooker is a true to-your-core fighter. He's a guy with a never-say-die attitude. He's been in more than one absolute all-time war, but he cannot defend a takedown. Him and Paddy Pimblett had a little bit of a feud because Paddy Pimblett said Dan Hooker couldn't get a rapist off of his mother. And Dan Hooker took that personal, like he was actually talking about his mother. But the point was, you're so bad at grappling, even in a situation where you, in every fiber of your being, wanted to stop that, couldn't. Your grappling is such shit. And that's not the worst assessment in the world. He did beat Gamrot 2 fights ago, but he did just lose to Arman. I'm going to say a quick turnaround, but on a calendar, it's not a quick turnaround. That just happened to be 2 events ago. He's taking on Benoit Saint Denis. This guy is former French Special Forces. Oh, I paused because I thought you would salute him after all the saluting you did for the Koreans.
Fuck the French, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck the French, motherfucker.
Very interesting. Former French Special Forces, and he fights like a guy who has dedicated his life to, I will die for what I believe in. He is so tough that in his UFC debut, he got beaten so badly, but didn't quit that they fired the referee. They fired the referee. This guy took an all-time beating, didn't stop taking his beating, didn't take the Derek Lewis way out, and just continued to absorb the beating, so they fired the referee for not stopping it on his own. Benoit Saint Denis can wrestle. He can strike.
Didn't Zaleski pop for steroids after that, too?
Oh, did he? No, I don't. Was there a 2-year? I don't think there was a 2-year layoff. You might want to say allegedly. I would throw that out there. Smith. Yeah, I would throw. I would. Did you see Macy Barber made fun? Yeah, you see Macy Barber made fun of him, as she should.
Why should she? What happened with her?
She got like illegally whatever, and he was like, "You're fine. Don't be dramatic," or some fucking dumb shit like that. Yeah, yes. It was actually a perfect.
Carried out with an ACL. Like, you can walk. Like people played football games with torn ACLs. Like you can walk with a fucking torn ACL.
Just wear a knee.
You can't just go like lateral. Like some people get torn ACLs. They never even fix them. They just fucking all right. Well,
my neighbor's dog has a torn ACL, and she just lives her life like it's no big deal. She just doesn't run sideways. Yeah,
if you go a certain way, it'll collapse on you, but otherwise you're good to
go. Benoit Saint Denis, all-time tough. He's obviously had a couple of highs and lows. The lows being the beating he took from Renato Moicano after catching that kick, and dominating Dustin Poirier just to get knocked out after. He is a little hittable. He is also really tough. He's all gas. He's no break. He has no quits whatsoever, and he just smoked Beneil Dariush. Dan pretty much got ran through in his last fight. He got taken down. He kind of got mauled. He offered nothing of anything important, right? He didn't have any success in that fight whatsoever. And Benoit Saint Denis is not anywhere near the wrestler that Arman Saruki is, but I'm not going to say way tougher in a way that Arman's not tough, but I can promise you Benoit Saint Denis is tougher. He's got no quitting him. He's going to move forward. He's going to get in Dan's face. He's going to pressure. He's going to shoot takedowns where he can. He's going to throw hands where he can. And I think Dan Hooker's at a point in his career where he's just focused on building his promotion. He's focused on making a couple bucks here and there, fast turnaround. His nose was broken against Arman. That actually is kind of fucking crazy. I think Benoit Saint Denis wins this fight. I think these odds make sense. And I'm not basing this off of skill set because Dan Hooker's good. I'm basing this off of just sheer raw, tough determination and where they are in their careers. Where Sling Blade over here is trying to win a fight and Dan Hooker's trying to cash a check. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, Dan he's going to have a shot in every fight. I mean, he's a long guy for the division. He knows how to strike. He can get himself into bad situations and find himself out. He can outwork people. So he's always going to be somewhat live in fights. But if you're Dan Hooker, going into that Arman fight, he was talking about, like, I'm a grappler too. Like, I'm a black belt. Like, I know what I'm doing. If you're going to fight a guy like BSD, and what you should have done against Arman, but it's a little bit harder against Arman because he's such a good wrestler. Not that BSD isn't, but you have to turn this into a dogfight, and what that means is no jiu-jitsu. You can't try to do the jiu-jitsu bullshit. You can't try to, I'm gonna grab his neck. I'm long, and I'm gonna fish for this. You're gonna get beat to the positions. You were beat against Arman. You should have just tried to defend the takedowns. You're gonna get beat against BSD, but if you focus in on just kind of making him work with the takedowns, digging that fucking whatever, and fucking, if you get down on the ground, try to work back to your feet. Don't try to play the guard bullshit where he can land the elbows and the big shots and set up the arm triangles and advanced positions, all this type of stuff. You're going to give yourself a chance. I know what you're doing you know how to do. That means know your sweeps, know how to get up safely, know how to hip escape and get out of those positions. Don't play the bullshit guard stuff. Don't chase the chokes if he has you pinned against the fence and you got the leg split and you're there and you're like, could dig an underhook and get back to space, but you're like, I'm a black belt. Let me grab his neck and up on my back. No jiu-jitsu. Turn it into a dogfight. That's your best chance to win. I don't think he's going to do that. I'll take BSD, but I still I don't know. There's something about BSD. I know he's talked about being more locked in. Like, I listen to my coaches now. I actually have game plans now. It seems like it's paying off. Could be a little bit fool's gold with the Dariush Chin situation. But as Angelo mentioned, the guy's a tough son of a bitch. Not that Dan Hooker isn't, but, you know, the wrestling should be there. Even the striking seems a little bit more dialed in, not as wild as it used to be. So, I mean, you got to go BSD, but I mean, it'll be a hell of a party if Dan Hooker pulls this shit off. I tell you that. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if Dan Hooker wins this fight, that place will burn to the ground. He's well loved, as he should be. Dan Hooker, I've said this.
I mean,
I said about
going into the Volk walkout. Holy shit,
dude!
I said fucking rocking.
And I said this about Dustin Poirier. I said about Justin Gaethje. Like, Dan Hooker is in that class of dying breed. Like, he's a dying breed of savage. If you look at the BMF belt exists for like these animals that have been carrying this sport. Dan Hooker is one of them. He has been in more than one. Look at his Dustin Poirier fight. Look at his fight with Paul Felder. He has been in more than one just absolute savage back and forth fight. And there's not a lot of new people doing that. It's a lot of the old heads. So good for Dan Hooker. If he wins, well-deserved. I just don't see that happening. $9,200 in DraftKings Fantasy. You're going to expect Benoit Saint-Denis to find a finish, which he might not find a finish, but he might grapple his ass off and get some takedowns, some control, and work from there. This is going to be a fun fight. I don't hate it as a co-main event, especially not that I'm spending $80, but it doesn't quite have the brevity of a big-time pay-per-view co-main event. I actually think the Fiziev fight has a little more credibility than
I think Dan
one.
Hooker's a guy that, like, if you have tickets to a card and Dan Hooker ends up on that card, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, okay.
He delivers every time. Yeah. Win or lose, that dude delivers. He's fun. He goes out there. He does what he's supposed to do. And if he lost the Arman fight because his nose was broken the night before, and I mean, okay. And I personally think that Arman's the best lightweight in the world. I think he beats Ilya. I also think Ilya knocks the fuck out of Justin Gaethje. That Justin Gaethje that we saw last week, Ilya knocks that dude out in the first round.
Oh, and did you hear what Ali said?
No, what?
They're still sticking with the ingrown hair story, but he did confirm that he was on antibiotics. So it's like
for the ingrown hair. Yeah, that's not how that works, is it?
Yeah.
He
had ingrown hair and he was on antibiotics. Like, okay, we call that staph. So
yeah, an ingrown hair doesn't create. Yeah, if it was an ingrown hair that then got infected, well, that's now a staph infection, isn't it? Either way,
but he was on. He was on antibiotics, which makes sense. I mean, he seemed sluggish and. I mean,
he looked
3
like
minutes
shit.
into that fight,
that was the shittiest he's ever looked.
Yeah, 3 minutes into that fight, I was on stream being like, oh, fuck. Like, we placed bets, because what I do is every like on the stream, I put $1 on the main event. So we had like almost 1,000 likes on the stream Saturday. So I put, I think it was like, so I put $900 on that fight, lost all 900 because we played like second, third, fourth round TKOs for Gaethje.
You didn't just do money line of the guy that you screamed all week would win?
I'm not going to we're not going to be a fucking pussy about it. So we had second, third, fourth, fifth round KO bets for Gaethje, which like fourth and fifth round or whatever.
They all look good. No, the third.
And you know what they were? They were 100. They were $100. Like the fourth round, I think was 100 to win like $2,400. It was like plus 2,400 odds. It was crazy. The amount of money we almost won. But we also had first, second, and third round sub bets on Patty just as a hedge. So 3 minutes into the fight, when you saw how tired Gaethje looked at 3 minutes of action, I was like, oh shit, these sub bets are fucking live. Like I thought he was gonna die, and then turns out Patty's just fucking terrible. Like I told you he was.
That was a great fight. This should be a great fight as well. We might have back-to-back events with wars. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. A couple of super chats. Gucci Gill, this is for you, Jacob. It says, Jacob, can an OG get one of those Sean Brady shirts? You still have those fucking things?
I did before I moved, and I'll have to figure out if I do. Remind me Saturday. I have to figure out if I have. I can't remember if I brought them or if I donated them or what. I do. I just still have no. I gave a few of them away, but I'd give you one, but I only have XLs.
Gucci, are they pre-shrunk? Gucci, remind Jacob on Saturday. Then this comment drove me fucking nuts. Angelo, that's a terrible assessment. Dan would easily be able to save his money. Motherfucker, I didn't say that. Patty Pimblett said that. Patty said Dan couldn't save us. I didn't say that fucking shit. I'm just repeating what Patty said, you goon. Next up at UFC 325, we have the main event of the evening. We have a rematch, a fun rematch at that. We have Alexander Volkanovski taking on Diego Lopes in a fight that happened less than a year ago. Alexander Volkanovski, 27-4 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, coming off the title returning win over Diego Lopes. Diego Lopes, 27-7 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off the rebound win over Jean Silva in an absolute insane fight that Jacob and I saw live. This is another fight. I don't need to break down either guy. So let's talk about the first fight. Alexander Volkanovski won that fight. Alexander Volkanovski going into that fight was old, and he had been knocked out 2 fights in a row. So the general consensus was that, we love him. He's an all-timer. The commercials he's doing with his old lady neighbor are spectacular, but Alexander Volkanovski just can't compete at this point anymore. And in the first round, it was like, all right, nothing much. Second round, it was like, oh, we were all correct. Diego Lopes almost knocked out Volk. We were all correct.
Yeah, and who was really correct on that one? In my lock, he was my lock of the week. In my lock of the week video, I said he's going to knock him out with the right hand in the second round. When that right hand landed in the second round and knocked Volk down, I've never had so much blood rush to the tip of my penis in my entire life. Because the only time the Sean O'Malley step back right hand in the second round, I called that perfectly, and I was like, oh my God, I did it. I done did it again.
It was right there. Except Volk weathered that storm. It actually technically wasn't even recorded as a knockdown, which is kind of bullshit. You just watched that fight. He very clearly was like almost knocked out.
He definitely wasn't very hurt, but he definitely was knocked down.
Correct.
Like he never lost his eyes. He was,
no, correct. He was with it, but definitely he didn't get it. A knockdown was not recorded, but that would be a misrepresentation of what happened in that fight. Volk ended up winning the fight, and he ended up winning the fight because he's the better fighter. He was the better fighter then. He's the better fighter now. But the question becomes, when you look at this rematch, do you look at this and say, hey, Diego Lopes was a little starstruck in the first fight, first huge fight, first pay-per-view main event, first main event in general. Like, this is a lot for a young kid. And he was a little starstruck, a little frozen, and he still had decent success. Or do you look at it and say, Volk was the better fighter in the first fight, got clipped, survived, and now he knows that the power doesn't even matter, and he's going to run through him in the second fight. And whatever side you're on, I encourage you to stick with that side. I'm not going to tell you to do something that you don't believe in, but I watched the first fight. I was wrong. I picked Diego Lopes. I said Volk is old. He's going to get knocked out, and that did not happen. So what I watched is a guy that was just the objectively better fighter win a fight. And he did so with volume and pressure and clean technique and footwork and pace and experience. We're not even a year removed. So I have to assume this is the same fight. I'm picking Volk. That's it. I'm picking Volk. I'm not betting on this fight. I didn't bet last week. I was wrong last week, and I hit every single bet that I put on the board. Let's try to do the same thing this week. I'm not going to touch this fight betting-wise, but I saw this fight already less than a year ago. I have to assume it's more of the same. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I will say it's pretty – in the history of rematches, typically they don't go the same. Not saying that the same person doesn't win, because that happens plenty. But typically it's not the same fight. And this was kind of I don't want to say a boring fight, but it was kind of a low volume. Volk tried to wrestle at times. Obviously went to a decision. Some of the rounds were close, but it definitely was a clear victory for Volkanovski. And typically rematches don't go the same. I truly believe, and that has to do with a lot of times with familiarity. They don't start off as slow. They understand there's different game plans. I have to imagine that Diego is going to come in way, way more aggressive. And I think this is a killer be killed mentality. I think that's what he needs to bring into this octagon. You're not going to win a decision versus Volk. And that was the first 5-round spot. You didn't know what your cardio was going to be like. There was no offensive wrestling from Diego because I think he didn't trust his cardio enough against a guy like Volkanovski. So you went through it. Okay? You went through it. Now you're getting a second chance. If I was Diego's corner, if I was Diego's coach, if I was Diego, 10 minutes before this fight, before you're about to make your walk, I would watch that video of yourself in the back after the fight fucking bawling, crying because you missed your opportunity. You had it right there. Most fighters don't get a fucking opportunity. You had it and you fucked it up. You didn't do enough. You almost didn't try hard enough. You had your moments and he didn't fucking cut it, and he went to the back and he started fucking crying because he didn't know if he would get that shot again. Here it is. You were gifted a fucking second shot. Not that you didn't earn it, but not many people get that second shot. Not many people get that second chance. Watch that video of you fucking bawling, crying because you thought you were never going to get this shot again. Make your fucking walk, get in this guy's face and cause chaos. Every time he caused chaos in the octagon against Volk, Volk was having issues. He hit him with the uppercut. He fucked up his eye. He knocked him down. He was defending the takedowns. Volk 1 of 11 on the takedowns attempts. Get in this guy's face, shoot takedowns, cause scrambles, use your jiu-jitsu, cause chaos in this fight. You're not going to win a decision. Fuck pacing yourself for 5 rounds. Get in this guy's face, trust your chin, which shows is absolutely fucking pristine versus John Silva, because we were at that fight and we both looked at each other in the second round and was like, oh yeah, Diego's about to get knocked the fuck out. John was landing the hot, heavy shit. Volk was landing some hot, heavy shit. Trust your chin, cause chaos, get in this guy's face, and really challenge him to strike, because you're not going to win the distance. Nobody. Max had the best chance of winning a fight like that, and he got smoked basically 3 times. He didn't get smoked, but I mean, he was outclassing. Them you
could argue, but
yeah, he was outclassing Max Holloway, and you're just not that guy. Be who you are. Come in with a fucking fire under your fucking ass, get in this guy's face, put some fucking paws on him, shoot some takedowns, cause some chaos, and win this fucking fight. I truly believe that there's going to be a different mentality for Diego Lopes in this fight. And if you're Volk, you better be ready for the fucking storm, and you better be prepared not to try to make a statement yourself, because Volk's a proud guy in front of the home fans, and if he starts going for knockout shots as well, you saw that's how he caught against Ilya, backing up, oh, I'm going to beat him to the spot. Diego will catch you, and he's already shown he can hurt you, and if he hurts you already, he can fucking drop you when he commits to the shot. One other thing, a little technical tidbit here. If you watch that first fight, there was moments where Diego was bringing a little bit more pressure than normal, and Volk was doing a really good job staying orthodox and circling away from Diego's hand. Just circle, and Diego's just following. But occasionally, he would get pinned down a little bit, and Volk would switch to southpaw to kind of ease up on the pressure, change the angle, circle to Diego's right hand, and then he'd switch back to orthodox. If you're having issues with Volk's length, his jab, as Diego had mentioned in that first fight, if he switches to southpaw in this fight, that is your opportunity. That is your opportunity. You don't have to work through the jab. You don't have to work. He is much more square in that southpaw. He doesn't do it very long, but if you pin him down, he switches to southpaw, that's your opportunity to go. That's what I would tell him. I think Diego comes in like a fucking crazy man and gets this done one way or the other. Either way, I think we have a finish on our hands. That's how I played it, and we'll see how it plays out Saturday. I'm taking Diego. Typically, rematches go different than the first fight. If Diego comes in aggressive, he's going to get a finish or get finished, I think so. I'm going Diego.
A finish. Listen, I actually think
they were both hurting each other.
They were hurting each other. I just think the most secure bet on this card is Diego inside of this decision, no action. Meaning,
if he comes in,
he's not going to get finished.
Oh, if he comes in,
he's tough as
dude.
Fuck,
When Volkanovski, if Volkanovski had 45 more seconds in the first round, he probably finishes Diego. His ground and pound is fucking disgusting. He had Diego down, just fucking, and they were like, oh shit. Like, and Diego got up like, oh shit. Like, I think you're underrating Volkanovski's ability to finish something on the ground, especially Diego, who will play that guard game and has shown that if he does push a pace early, he really does slow down in fights. You saw it? I mean, we sat there with your man, Dan Ige.
Yeah, listen, I get it. And listen, where I do agree with you, you and I are split on the pick, but I'm not, it's not a hill I'm going to die on at all. And I agree in that rematches don't go the same. So it really comes down to, do you think Volk benefited more from the first fight, or did Diego benefit more from the first fight? Jacob says Diego benefited more. Like, you almost had him knocked out. You didn't seize the opportunity. Do it again. Seize the opportunity. Others would feel Volk benefited more. You felt the power. You did not get knocked out. You can trust your chin. You were knocked out by Islam, now the 170-pound champion, 2 weight classes above this, and Ilya, who might be the hardest hitting puncher pound for pound in the UFC. Outside of that, nobody can touch you. So it really is a spectacular dynamic. I love this main event. This is exciting. This could go a million different ways. I think the only thing that would shock me in this fight is if Volk came forward and knocked out Diego Lopes. Like, that would be like, oh, fuck. You didn't knock out anybody. You knocked out Diego Lopes. Holy shit. Outside of that, I'm very excited for this fight in general. A lot of tension, a lot of buildup, a lot of hate, right? Mosvar should have got it. What's his name?
All that.
Dude, Mosvar is the most boring motherfucker on the planet.
Same way until he had that, elbow, whatever. I mean,
yeah, you knocked out Aaron Pico, but before that, yeah, kind of fucking boring. I think the two of them are fighting each other, so go with that. I mean, this just goes to show you that you go out there, you be excited, you put on a show. Jacob and I were live for Diego Lopez's last fight, to the point where Diego Lopez's merch is based off of a picture that Jacob took. But we were there live. You've been the Pacers playoff game, so you're probably going to disagree and all this bullshit. That was the loudest sporting event I've ever been to in my entire life. When Diego Lopez...
That was my whole thing. You're like trying to steal my shtick.
I've been saying that since day one.
I've said I've been to millions of playoff games and that, but that was probably the loudest I've ever heard in an arena, besides when Reggie Miller pushed off against Jordan and hit that fucking... I've been saying that. I was the first person to say that.
I said it in my recap video. In my recap video that night. I
said that. I was walking through the fucking hood of San Antonio. I was telling them all that. I said, you should have seen this.
You were telling strangers? You were telling strangers?
Yeah.
Loudest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That shit shook the building because the Mexicans loved him. The Brazilians loved him. It was a spectacular knockout. He flipped off the fighting nerds. It was like aura through the roof. It was fucking insane. This is a very good main event. This is also an $8 fight card. And if you're not happy with that, what the hell are you looking for?
And we don't have to watch it at midnight or 2 a.m. It's local U.S. time.
It's local U.S. time and an hour earlier than what we were accustomed to. Now, the first UFC 324 was a bit slow paced.
Yeah,
I imagine
until 11:30, almost midnight.
Yeah, I imagine 325 will be faster though, because that was 30 minutes.
They got 14 fights. They better fucking pump this shit out. 14 versus 11.
Well, but also UFC 324, the main card was 30 minutes of like welcome to Paramount. Okay, we got it. We're here now. Let's fight.
Now it's gonna be welcome to Australia. Here's some kangaroos. Here's some joeys.
Shrimps on the
Here's some fucking joeys for you. Have you seen a crocodile? Have you seen a crocodile?
Kangaroo.
Have you seen a big old spoilers? Have you seen a big old spoilers?
You know what's funny? They, how some people don't think dinosaurs are real. Have you ever seen the clip of somebody showing a platypus skeleton? And they're like, never, ever would somebody turn this into what a platypus actually fucking looks like. And then it's like, so now imagine what they're doing with dinosaurs. And that is true. You ever seen a chicken skeleton? That shit looks exactly like a fucking dinosaur.
Are you a dinosaur denier?
No, I'm a dinosaur believer, but I'm starting to understand the dinosaur deniers. It's like, yeah, how do you know it's scales? Where was the skin? It's a fossil.
You see the bones. What the hell are you talking about? The bones are there. Who gives a fuck what they look? These people are saying dinosaurs didn't exist.
No. They existed. I'm just saying
they existed at the same time as man.
No. I don't agree with any of that. I believe in science in that regard, but I also believe in the science of how do you know what the fuck it looked like on the outside based off the skeleton? And they use a platypus, they use a chicken, a raccoon has a possum. A possum has a crazy skeleton. You can't really use a skeleton. Use my skeleton. You build Ben Affleck 10 out of 10 times. A couple of super chats. $5 from Chinese Chungus. That feels like I said something I shouldn't have said. he won't win a decision against Volk, but Volk has also only been KO'd by all-time greats. Yeah, 2 of them. Diego, he's got that power, but yes, I agree. I don't think he wins a decision.
What do you think the best tasting dinosaur would be?
A fucking what's the one in Jurassic Park that who took that fat fucking shit? Triceratops. That would be delicious.
Let me look at this type of dinosaur chart.
Triceratops would be delicious. They're fucking fat as fuck.
You said Triceratops? No, those are too muscular. Those are too
Brontosaurus. A Brontosaurus. Those are fucking big for no reason.
Brontosaurus Angelo, could be good, like a little Brontosaurus leg. Maybe like
that water one. I
think maybe just
water...
a Stegosaurus.
That's the spikes on the back.
Yeah, because they're not like armored. I mean, it's like fake armor. I think maybe the tail, because they got that spiked bald tail. Imagine that fried up. That'd be kind of good.
Nah, that would be like alligator. They fried up, tastes like chicken, but it's not its own thing. I don't need something that tastes like chicken. I'll just eat fucking chicken if it tastes like chicken. Give me something that tastes like its own thing.
Honestly, it's probably like the leg of a T-Rex. Like the back
could
leg.
Be
like those things.
Or the arms. The arms are fucking useless.
Oh my god, they're chicken wings. Those are just chicken
wings.
The
arms
are
oh my god,
useless. Imagine like a fucking 8-foot chicken wing.
Yeah,
you'd be in heaven. Fantastic. Oh my god. You'd be coming and sweating all in fucking.
All right, Jesus Christ. Next, Lennon says, show the P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 406, Prosper, Texas 75078. And the last super chat, producer Nico, I warned you Jacob wouldn't like that song in Premium 4.0 promo video. Cheers. What? Did you not like a song in a promo video?
I didn't watch no goddamn promo video.
I appreciate it. Clarify, producer.
Like the orchestra music again? Like the Fantasia music?
Oh, the hype?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's probably what it was.
Yeah, it was. I didn't make it, but they got me hyped. Guys, thank you for being here. That's the breakdown. Click likes. Click
if
subscribe.
You were a dinosaur, what would you be?
Ooh.
I'm a pterodactyl, man.
Flying bitch. I'm faster than people think, but I'm also kind of like big and lumbering. What's a big, lumbering, but also fast dinosaur? I got long arms, so not a T-Rex. Maybe I'm the one that they make in Jurassic World that Chris Pratt hides from. Why is there a fucking... The fuck are we? Jesus Christ. All right, we got to shut this fucking shit down. I'm not even going to do the premium promo at this point. It's been 3 hours. Jacob, any words for the people before I shut this shit down?
Gotta be a snake.
Okay. Thank you for being here. Genuinely appreciate it. Anybody who complains, 3 hours to make fight picks, you're a gay nerd. Use the chapters. Don't be a fucking dork.
I don't think you can say that in the last 30 seconds of the video.
Yeah, let's
just
talk
about something else real quick. What about excited for Fights Friday?
Friday should be fun. I love regional MMA. Jacob and I have a slide for that. There it is. Jacob and I will be here on Friday. Come say hi. It's crazy if you don't. Frisco, Texas, Co-America Center. My bets last week were spectacular.
God, the ice is going.
See you forever. We went out today, and the highways are fine. The back roads
fucking go nowhere in my car.
We got to use the other one. Because you were like, oh, dude, an Audi all-wheel drive is crazy. It's like, yeah, no fucking shit.
Yeah, it was.
They're like known for like the best all-wheel drive ever.
No, I lived in Indiana. I had a Honda Civic. I never got stuck once, and I'm fucking living in Indiana with just a manual fucking Honda Civic. Those things will go anywhere, but it can get a little dicey at times. There's no doubt. I mean, you're just switching, rocking that shit, fucking. But I knew how to handle it. I did drive an Audi Quattro, and the roads here yesterday were just, it was ice, and it was like there was no slipping at all. Those things are fucking incredible.
Oh no, they're nuts. Everybody knows that. Like in the Northeast, Audis were like, they sold a shit ton of them.
Do you think some uncontacted tribes in like the Amazon know that? Because you said everybody, and I'd like you to clarify.
I think so. That guy that went there to spread the word of Jesus that they ended up killing and eating, I think he mentioned it right before they got him.
So that's one thing they do know. Oh, Audi.
Oh, goodness no. Slit his throat and put him on the rotisserie.
Now I think we got to last another 30 seconds. I don't think we can end with
No,
that either.
there was an island off India.
I
That's
don't
what they
think you can
sound
just
like.
say S.
Good in
S is-
snow?
S is T.
Good in snow? What do you mean SST? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Fine.
Yeah, let's keep
damn,
this
this
going
is-
now again. Is
Dude,
anybody
this
even here? Are
is
we
so
still live?
fucking. Yeah, this is so. There's 500 people
Dude, somebody
watching.
give us
This
a,
shit is.
somebody give us a topic. Give us a topic.
Nah, I'm so tired.
When is Groundhog Day?
I'm not answering that question.
When do you think? Who do you think wins the Super Bowl?
You and I were texting that it's obscene that the Patriots are back in it,
Drake May and Sam Darnold. What are we doing?
but I do
What
find
happened to the
myself in a
league that I love?
situation. I do find myself in a situation where it's like, fuck it, let the Patriots win again.
Oh,
burn this shit to the ground. Burn it to the ground. Fuck it. It's honestly a better storyline if they do. It's
Jesus.
crazy. If they found
What is
themselves
the line?
another,
It is at Seahawks
4
minus
points.
7.
it was 4 points the other day. Maybe it expanded to 7, but it was 4 the other day. Dude, if the Patriots win another one, that is fucking crazy, dude.
Fuck,
It is.
man.
It has not been long enough to rebuild. And the best part is his wife is on like TikTok baking cookies, and all the comments are like, Giselle never baked for us. Giselle never did this for us. Keep our king warm. And everybody loves her, right? The queen of the North, they call her. And all it's going to take is him to throw an interception in overtime and blow the Super Bowl for them to be like saying, fuck. If they said that shit to
If
a
he throws an
4-year-old,
interception in overtime to blow the Super Bowl and you call that randomly, I'm gonna lose my mind. Somebody clip this just in case.
dude, they did that shit to a 4-year-old. That she is not spared. A 4-year-old.
It would have been Broncos,
that's
yeah.
crazy. The 4-year-old is crazy. I was rooting for the Bills. Obviously, I think we all were, right? Everybody loves Josh Allen.
I was rooting for the Colts. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but
I'm talking about after the postseason.
I still root for my team. I don't root for anybody else.
Just if they can't win, nobody wins. But yeah, the Josh Allen thing's crazy. I'm not even a diehard football guy, but I watch Wake Up Barstool every day, so I'm pretty
They
informed.
fired their coach, and then I think
Immediately they blamed it
fans
on
signed
Josh
a
crying.
Yeah, the fans signed a petition like, no, don't fire him. But I think they just hired their offensive coordinator, so it's still in house.
Yeah.
Different. Sometimes you just need new leadership.
And the owner felt like it's crazy because that happened with the Dallas Stars like last year or the year before, where it's like they make the playoffs every year. And while most teams are very jealous of that because they don't make the playoffs every year, you get there every year and you can't get over the line. So it's like, are we getting here because you're good, or are we stopping where we are because you're bad? And there's only one way to find out.
We lost, 8 straight games in the year and brought back our GM and coach for our GM's been there 10 years now. The coach been there, this is 4th or 5th year. And they're like, yeah, fuck it, do it again. Who gives a fuck? I don't know what that means. Jesus Christ.
Give us a quarterback from 10 years ago. Let's see what the fuck
Jesus
happens.
Christ, dude.
It
My
sucks
God.
he didn't win a single game, huh? He played 3.
Philly fresh. Yeah. No, he
That
only
does
played 2.
stink. It'd be cool if he played 2. It'd be cool if he won one. They were close, but
Close,
well.
man.
okay. All right. I think we're past the time. Guys, thank you for being here. Genuinely appreciate every last one of you. Come see us Friday if you're hanging around. If not, we'll catch you on Saturday. Good luck
Whoa.
this weekend.
Yeah.
That looks like
there
it
we
fits,
go.
yeah?
Then we can end it on that one, baby.
Yeah.